Introducing PubCoin. PubCoin is the rewards program for pub sports contributors. Regular chat contributors share their play of the day, POD, in the YouTube chat, including the phrase POD in their message. At the end of the week, the amount of units earned are converted into PubCoins. PubCoin can be used as reward points for prizes, shop discounts, and contests.
Hey, what's going on, y'all? It's Mills here, Pub Sports Radio. Do you guys want to challenge the personalities here at Pub Sports Radio? Do you guys think you're better than them at entering in your MMA predictions and picks? Would you want to get paid for it? $100? Here's how you do it, man. You sign up right here at the link below. It's just this easy. PubSportsRadio.com. Enter your email. Pick your weekly picks. That's it. Oh, and you get bonus points if you can predict how they're going to win in what round. Every single week, a new winner's getting crowned. So every Saturday on Pub Sports Radio. So come on and check us out. You can win $100 just for signing up. Only thing you need to do is see if you can beat us here at Pub Sports Radio by entering your UFC predictions and picks weekly. Do it. I dare you. See you guys soon.
Your membership to Gold, you will be automatically entered in every horse race, every Wednesday and Friday. It is time to race horses. We are racing camels today.
Shout out to the Gold members. We're racing in San Antonio immediately here. And we're off. 2 minutes, 74 canals on this racetrack. It's wide. We're racing in San Antonio.
Pat Wally moving forwardly. Jeff Slaughter in the mix as well. And as is Randall Sheffield, who's put that beautiful nose out front.
But it's actually real grass here, Jimmy. Maybe Kentucky bluegrass. Oldie, no! There he goes. There he goes. Oldie in the lead now. K. Wolf falls back. The horses love it. Sometimes they stop and eat it on the way to the finish line. That's why your horses start so far in the back. Oh, look at No Splash Allen bursting out here. J-Dub in the mix. Rude Boy up here as well. Jimmy, take it away.
There's Oldie. Oldie is moving to the front. We are past the halfway mark in our 2 mile. And there's Ricky Levy.
Oh my goodness, he's in the mix here. Jimmy, take it home. This is our first dog race ever.
19 seconds left in the horse race here. It's Fernando Mendoza trying to find the wire. 14 seconds left. Can Fernando Mendoza take this home? Here comes Kenny Can. Kenny Can wants a piece of the pie. Put his schnoz up front. Ricky Bobby, 9 seconds left. Can Donut Silks make a run? Can Res Mall make a run to be $50? You son of a bitch! Here comes Tori Coker. Kenny Can Smoke and Mirrors. Director 97 home. That is why here comes Jason Meyer, the other auto custodian. Billy Friedrich. Joe's one. They're all coming down to the finish.
Coin! Fired! Nowhere!
Oh no! Fanatical Jim!
From the clock of Peter Loshak, legendary sports handicapper, more dapper than a Dom. Father young phenom, known as Jimmy, who declared one day that the bag was here to stay. Information like a PSA, when we all PSR, Pub Sports Radio, bizarre. Is a man named Slaughter and he flipped the script. No competition in this but they quit the trip. But we say we be pubbing, betting with the bag and you love it. We want a top 10, we above it. Let's check.
Yo, what's up, everyone? Welcome to Pub Sports Radio. My name is Peter Loshak. He's Jose Bouquett. This show's been going really well, and I think we will have another good show. No reason not to think that, right, Jose Bouquett? We've had some fun. We've made some jokes. We had great guests. We have great comment sections, right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I mean, it's like a sports team. If you OKC, why would they not be great every single time out? Maybe we are the OKC of sports sports.
And you are SGA, Pete.
Yes, I am. And if it's not, I'll take that label. Here, can you take full screen just for like 5 seconds? I got to go do something. All right.
Sure, do your thing, Pedro. Nice to see everyone bright and early in the chat here. We have a loaded show for you guys here. NBA to start off, NBA Cup games, only 2 of them, but both games very interesting. Nonetheless, we've obviously rolled into college basketball next. College basketball given to us by our guy Billy and Justin, both giving us their looks for today. I'm interested to hear what they have to say, and obviously they're talking about the big games with their looks, so that's fun. Gokster comes in for a little NHL action here today as well. And then we'll wrap up with a touching on Army and Navy. Pete and I will briefly touch on it. We'll get Pete's thoughts, feelings, and emotions about that service bowl there and see what happens here. Pete, trying to get the cats in order over there?
Yeah, I got shit going on here, but no, it's going to be good. It'll be another great show. I'm running a little bit behind, but that's cool. That's all right. I love Champions League. Some of the other leagues are a little bit more fixed, which
Sure.
Like the friggin' Europa League and Conference League. I like them, but they're fun to watch. A little bit risky to actually bet on, but I love it all. And
and you sent me a bet this morning, Pete. I told you immediately, no hesitation. How's
there
our
we
bet
go.
do?
But the one thing that and then we'll move on. But soccer is interesting because it really is very much a much more of a weighted coin flip kind of deal than football or basketball. It's much more similar to baseball in that respect, but even more of a weighted coin flip kind of thing than baseball. You can find bigger edges in look at Kong's clips with Texas Tech this whole year. In soccer, it's not quite like that. It's just a lot of slightly weighted coin flips that if you can identify, or more than slightly weighted coin flips. But I don't feel like there's too many smash and grab spots where it's just like they're gonna roll. Like even the NFL, Seattle against Minnesota. Even the NFL, you see it. Soccer, maybe I've just not experienced enough to see those spots. But that's how it feels to me. You know what I mean?
Yeah. How's our bet doing, by the way, Pete?
Oh, I thought that's why you were.
I just said I'm on with you. I'm on. We're together. I don't know how to even look at that bet, Pete.
Yeah, no, we're up 1-0, which if it holds, we will have a half win. Of course, Kairat could also score and tie it up, in which case that's how soccer is. It's a lot like poker. You know what I mean? It's like if you're an 80-20 favorite, you are going to lose 20% of the time. You know what I mean? So it's like Kairat scoring again is probably like the 20% thing, which will happen 20% of the time, and then we lose. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you're right about that. Well, I'm excited to hear what you.
As opposed to Texas Tech against anyone.
Oh yeah,
they ain't gonna lose. It's you know what I mean.
Yeah.
That's the
Shout
nut.
out to Kong's clips, biggest bet of his life.
Absolutely. Everyone in the comment section. And then we'll move on. But this past Sunday, usually when I watch shows, I make at least one comment or something. This past Sunday, I tuned into the NFL Pub Hub show. Didn't even comment. Was just listening. Those guys know what the fuck they're talking about, man. You know what I mean?
Yes, they do.
They really fucking do. Who was it to pick the over in the Browns game? I think that was Winetime or someone. I don't even know, but everyone was just killing it in that show. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And when they don't, if the picks, whatever picks are that don't win, their reasoning is very valuable just in general, usually for upcoming weeks. I mean, I'm very impressed is what I'm trying to say here.
Well, I'm very impressed as well with the people in our chat. Funny enough, Oldie in our chat right now saying, hold up, no stacks, POD on the top of the chat. Well, Old E, don't you worry, because you're getting live and in the flesh stacks here as well. So let's bring them on. Let's bring both guys on here to share the screen with us, because they're great guys. First, the king of UFC around here. He is a part of the Locker Room Talk podcast. Great play-by-play caller with TC, as well as the one, the only, getting bills, Billy Brisbane, joining the program. Billy, nice to see you. You look sophisticated today.
Well, thank you. Weird camera angle. I got the tablet on the charger. My stomach is fucking killing me, but we got money to be made. Hopefully you guys tuned in to the live stream last night, because we previewed today's episode And damn if you do, damn if you don't. Yesterday's lines aren't today's lines, and the Knicks have gotten fucking steamed.
Wow.
Well, I'm excited to see what happened there. Yeah.
Yeah, I should probably start watching that. You beat line moves in the I have a question for you, Billy. Just in general, how are MMA line, like, you know, we talk about like college basketball line moves, you take them with a grain of salt, and there's a lot of now I like it more stuff.
Oh, MMA line movement, I think you have to take with a grain of salt as well, where it's like, I think it's the most comparable to like NBA, to be honest with you. Like, just because the line moves 30 cents doesn't mean it's a lock, but if the line moves $1.50, it's probably a lock. Like,
right.
It's not as like intricate as I would say NFL or NCAA betting, like where a line moves past a certain point in the NFL and NCAA, it's usually the right side.
Yeah. So you find a lot of like, now I like it even more situations when lines move in MMA.
Not really. Prime example is TC last week. He hit the main event. I didn't have any parts in the main event, but the main event was a line that went from minus 350 and closed at minus 500, and the underdog cashed and won 4 rounds to 1. If that, like he might have clean swept them on the card.
All right. Well, it's a very impressive what you know, Slaughter and everyone has put together here. Just a really fucking impressive group of guys, one after another, and we got 2 of them here. Is Justin going to be late or?
Oh no, Pete.
All right,
don't you worry.
He's
here. He's ready. He's champing at the bit. And guess what, Pete? His Georgia Bulldogs beat the shit out of Alabama. So he's
stacks.
Very nice. Welcome to the show, Justin McKelvey. Yeah, Georgia. I was on that one as well. That was, you know, I actually, you know, like the championship week and bowl, you know, if you so sometimes you can get in early, but there's a lot of like great bets in championship week and bowl week. Like, you know, like Texas Tech was one of them. What were the other? Oh yeah. Western Michigan was another obvious one. I had that one. So I'm really looking forward to the bowl games. Are you guys going to cap those and break them down?
Yeah, I mean, you know, if there's money to be made, but you don't want to cap out a bowl game too far in advance, and then the day comes up and half the team is in the transfer portal. So, you know, it's always.
I find that for bowl games, it's best to wait like, you know, week of or even day of more than trying to beat line moves. But all right, let's get into it with 2 NBA games, and I'm going to tweet this out again while we're talking about. We got 2 NBA Cup games. There is one game that I did bet, and I did beat the line move. It's a second one, but first let's talk about Miami and Orlando. Everyone in the comment section, tell us what you think about this. This is you know, an interesting matchup because both these teams are slumping ATS right now, right? Miami definitely been slumping and overvalued recently. Lost 3 in a row straight up, 2-5 ATS in their last 7. They've been great ATS all year before that, and Orlando kind of the same profile. 4 straight margin ATS losses for Orlando. Before that, though, they had been great ATS, of course, and 2 games ago they played. Orlando was at home. They won by 1, but they were a 7-point fave, so Miami cashed easily. And the other factor, in case you're not aware, is that Wagner will be out for Orlando for this game. And there's some injuries for Miami as well. Adding it all up, I was thinking that maybe Miami takes over in the second half, but that Orlando will rally around Wagner not being there. Miami is banged up as well. So I was thinking Orlando first half might be a play. Justin McKelvey, what do you think about this game?
Yeah, I'm on the Miami Heat. I got 2 plays in this game. I'm on the Miami Heat money line. I got minus 113 when I bet it. And we've seen these teams play twice already. First game of the season, I think it was, Orlando won but didn't cover. He just played Friday. Again, Miami won, didn't cover. And I just think with the Heat coming off the embarrassing loss, they lost by like 16 to the Sacramento Kings. And it was at home for that. I don't think it was a look ahead. I just think it was just a bad game for the Heat. I look for the Heat to finally get one. You got double revenge. You got the cup motivation. And you're coming off that embarrassing loss. And I look for the spark plug to be Tyler Hero. That'd be my second bet for this game. Tyler Hero over 22.5 points at minus 112. And I just think that the Heat going to win is going to be behind Kyle, Bam Adebayo, and Hero. But I think Hero going to go crazy today. Always like guards or shooting forwards against the Magic, like Brunson per se, the Knicks, Jalen Brown, the Celtics. Just certain players that I take, and Hero fits the script. So I'll be on Tyler Hero and the Miami Heat.
All right, Hero is. I assume he's going to play because I didn't look into it too deeply, but I know he's got a toe issue that he's questionable, but he's definitely in. And you expect him to be 100%?
I don't expect him to be 100%, but I expect him to be in, and he gonna have some time to build the rest. Yeah, I don't think he's gonna be playing limping or nothing like that. Like, I think he's good to go.
All right, Billy Brisbane, what do you think? I was thinking, this is a tough one because both teams have been so bad ATS very recently, and both have injury issues. I was thinking definitely not full game, but I was thinking Orlando first half. What do you think, Billy?
Yeah, we just got to start the history between these two teams. I mean, there's no better way to start the Cup than an interstate rivalry here where these two teams generally hate each other. Orlando kind of being the little brother, Miami's been the older brother. And anytime that either team can take advantage of it, it feels like it. Preseason-wise, I remember the first game of the year we were talking about how Orlando swept Miami in the preseason, and then they barely won their home opener. It was like a 20-point comeback win. It was like they were down by a lot, the Magic, and they ended up winning that game. And then not having Wagner could hurt them for this one. In their last meeting, Wagner had 32 in that game on 11:30. And this is right back after Paolo came back. It's kind of derailed some of the momentum that they were building, I feel like, on the court. But, Miami kind of does look like the side, plus 5.5, down to -1. In-season revenge ×2. Orlando's already beat them twice. Both games are very close. Miami just comes into this game with no momentum. Like, if they had a little bit of momentum, I would be a little bit more willing to back Miami here. But I don't know, man. Their recent results in the last week is enough for me to stay away. I kind of lean towards the over in this game, over 235.5. Orlando team total over. I think there's the pace of play for Miami is going to make Orlando have to run the ball up and down the court. And then with Paolo, I don't even think Paolo's he's a full go, but I don't think he could play 35, 40 minutes like they would want him to. So I think this is going to be the Jalen Suggs, Anthony Black show. And if I'm asking for Jalen Suggs and Anthony Black to really carry the scoring load, I should just pass and just leave my money elsewhere.
Well, you're right. The first line I saw was 233. Now it's up to 235.5. So clear market move as of right now to the over. And the first line I saw was Orlando plus 2.5. Now it's down to 1. Yeah, man. I don't know. I mean, they kind of rallied. I don't know. Without Wagner, do you think that's a huge loss then, right?
A huge loss. I mean, he had 32 points in that last game versus Miami. He was like the reason why they won.
Yeah. Gosh. And you don't think Orlando has the personnel to
it's not even the X's and O's. Take the X's and O's out. Just market efficiency wise, or just how does the NBA fuck you over in this spot? The Orlando Magic win the basketball game. All the people that got 5.5, 4.5, 3.5. Somebody's out there saying, "Oh, I tipped out the Miami Heat 2 days ago at plus 5.5." That's the way that the sports books make money, is the Orlando Magic winning by margin. But I don't think it matters that much. So I'm just gonna stay off.
All right. Well, all right. I'll have to think about Orlando. Justin McKelvey flat out liking Miami, and when I ask about Orlando, Billy Brisbane responding like Socrates with a question: how does the NBA fuck you over? All right, maybe I'll hold off on Orlando first half. That's what I was thinking about. Let me just quickly check the comments section, and then we'll move on. Yeah, Kripke says this is a crazy game, 50-50 for real. All right. Oh, Ron Crawford's. Oh, wow. All right. Spreadsheet play of the day, Miami. All right. Yeah. No way.
Let's go.
All right. Next game on the card. I did bet. I like it. It's the Knicks at Toronto. The Knicks, playing great and great defense, right? The last 8 games, 7-1 straight up NATS, and 6 of those went under. But the Knicks have not been good overall on the road this year. Just 2-7 ATS on the road this year. And the Raps, 7 straight ATS losses, 2-5 straight up in those. And recently going a little bit over, but Before that, they were going under. Their last game against Boston, they kind of screwed up in the first half, and then they toughened up in the second half. So I like the under in this one, and maybe the first half under quite a bit more. The first line I saw was 229.5. Then I saw it move to 226. I have no idea where it is right now. I'll check, and it's 226, 226.5. So I'm thinking under, maybe first half under more, just because that is what the Knicks do. And Toronto, they're going to want to come here and I think play a similar style to how they played the second half against Boston. So that's what I'm thinking. What's your take on this one, Justin?
You said it for me. The Knicks is 2-7 on the road. ATS Raptors 8-5 straight up at home, including 3 losses in a row at home. I like the Raptors. They moved a half a point on me. I got plus 4.5. I think you could get a 5. We got in-season revenge where the Knicks blew them out in New York, but Knicks, that's what they do at home. They're now 13-1 at home. Big different story on the road. You catch them slipping on the road, and with the Raptors losing 3 in a row at home, in-season revenge. Now this is where it counts. We all been I can't say we all, but I've been on the Raptors. I like them as a home dog, especially for the Cup. Season win, everything, shout out Wham. So give me the Raptors plus 4.5. We don't want the Knicks as favorites anywhere on the road. So
yeah,
give me the Raptors and revenge plus 4.5. Sprinkle the money line.
See, I feel a little bit differently. I like the Knicks a lot in this one. I think that you're going to get some CLV. Emmanuel Quickley has just been downgraded to questionable, which is a terrible sign. Emmanuel Quickley was a former Knickerbocker, and this would be the game that you would think he would get geared up for. I think the Raptors were like a feel-good story to start off the season with, playing a little bit above preseason expectations. Prior to a 3-game losing streak, Toronto was 8-2 at home. The biggest difference for Toronto has been no RJ Barrett. Their offense has just been stagnant. While New York is number 2 in the East, they kind of seem like the team to beat in the East right now. My only concern would be the home-road splits, obviously, for New York isn't the best, but the Emirates Cup kind of adds another factor into it. Toronto hasn't beaten New York since January of 2023. New York has won 9 straight head-to-head meetings versus Toronto, which includes a 20-point victory over the Toronto Raptors last week. Poto will be back in the lineup. I don't think it's enough to stop this momentum that New York comes into town with. And I think New York rolls through in this one. If you look at the way that the Cup's set up this year, they're trying to get big market teams and big market games, and that's what I think is going to happen here. I think New York rolls through Toronto Raptors. I think the Emmanuel Quickley not playing, if he does not play, this line gets ballooned out to like 6.5, 7. Like this could be a Smack City spot if Quickley isn't able to go.
Wow,
if Quickley doesn't play and it goes up, I'm betting it again.
Wow.
I feel the same way you do, exact same way you do, Bridge. It's just I'm on the other side. I love the Raptors.
This is the Lakers cap from last week.
No. This one's designed for y'all, for the Knicks bettors in my eyes. Like, you got a road favorite, big road favorite. The line, it didn't even open up this way. It opened up at like 2.5.
The line's gotten steamed. Like, I bet the Knicks at minus 157. That line is minus 198. I bet the Knicks at minus 2.5. That line's minus 4.5. So it's gone steamed in one direction. Like, it's been Knicks money where, I don't know. The Raptors aren't the team that you think that they are on paper, in my opinion.
Yeah, Billy, you said the Knicks haven't been the greatest on the road. 2-7 ATS. That's a little bit
suck
worse
on the
than
road.
not so great. You know what I mean?
They suck on the road, but there is also the Emirates Cup, and Toronto hasn't beaten New York since January 2023. But that's a long ass time. 9 straight head-to-head meetings they should be laying points. Like, them laying -5 with a 2-7 record on the road tells you everything you need. No, man, New York's good money tonight.
Elite teams do. Go ahead,
Justin. No, I was just telling them no, they're not.
Yeah,
Knicks are not good money tonight.
We gonna see, I guess, when the ball tips and who makes it to the finals tonight. Because I could care less about the Miami-Orlando game, even though that game should be good for television because they're interstate rivalries. This is the game that the people want to see. Yeah. This is the game that is really going to make shit bounce for views tonight. And I think it's the Knicks, man. I think the Knicks is rolling, but I can't tell you you're super not backing the Raptors. The Raptors look good at home, good home dog. The only thing that kind of has me hesitant about the Raptors is look at their look at their numbers without RJ Barrett on the court. Like, their offensive numbers have just plummeted. Like, the best games that they had were against Portland, a game that they didn't cover, and Portland probably should have won. And then the Lakers game. Like, other than that, they've been getting smoked without RJ Barrett. This is a 5th game of a 5-game homestand for them, and they haven't been able to really get it together. So I'm out. Knicks.
And just go ahead, Justin.
No, go ahead.
I was just going to say, so just the NBA Cup and all that stuff. What do you think of my bets on the under? Do you think, are they going to try to run up the score in some way, or do you think it's going to be a competitive, modest?
Oh, this is a playoff style.
Right. Okay, I'm going to make first half under 116.5 minus 115 official, and full game under 226.5 minus 115 official. And as far as the side is concerned, capping the cappers, man, this is really tough. I'll be interested to see where it closes. But yeah, it's true that elite teams, when the situation changes, when it becomes like the playoffs or something, their ATS form sometimes reverses in that way. But it's just very scary to I don't know what. I hope both of you catch, which is
and playing for what are they playing for, $500,000? That's what they playing for, right? 500,000 is it lower?
Money, give that to their friends or something. They could find something to do.
I'm just saying, I'm sure Canada would sure like that money out there. Right. That'll change it, even though we ain't won since 2023.
We're just talking about just X's and O's of things. Like, the Knicks head coach throws Josh Hart back into the starting lineup. Josh Hart starts going crazy off. OG Anunoby comes back. He's not going to be on a minutes limit. Karl-Anthony Towns is off the injury news report. Like, man, the Knicks is rolling, man. Like, I'm not a Knicks guy. I'm not a Knicks fan. Shit, I don't even fuck with the Knicks like that outside the Villanova boys. But, like, they might not be the number 1 team in the East, but they really are the best team in the Eastern Conference right now by, like, a good margin. I get it. The Pistons have a better record than them, but if they go into a 7-game series with the Knicks, you know who you're going to end up betting. You're going to end up betting the Knicks. I mean, I get this game isn't an MSG, but you think they're going to pass away an opportunity for the Knickerbockers to do anything relevant? Like, they're not going to win the championship. We know they're not going to win the NBA championship. It's the Knicks. So they're going to have to get the cup here.
Yeah, they can win this game by 1.
Yeah, right.
1-4.
We could all win, right? Money line. This is the type of scenario where, like, hey, if you're one of those people, pay up for the money line in this type of scenario. We talked about the same exact spot last week with the Sixers against the Warriors. I played both. Obviously, I had more money on the money line than I did on the spread, but Sixers only won that game by 1 point. In a weird way, I kind of see a similar thing. If you wanted to, like, eliminate the juice on the money line, I was looking at the New York Knicks and Jalen Brunson, 20-plus points, and that was eliminating it back down to where the opener was. And then another way you can kind of mix it is New York Knicks money line, Karl-Anthony Towns double-double. I think Karl-Anthony Towns is a certified double-double in this game. Granted, it's 270, but it's a good parlay piece. I get it, Jakob Poeltl's back down there, but I think he smashes.
Towns also didn't play on Sunday, so I'm assuming he's going to be okay. But yeah, man, this is a tough one. It's just, you look at the Knicks at home, 8.5, 9, 15, whatever, doesn't matter. They're rolling, but on the road, it's just a different story. If you look at the games they played. All right, we'll see how this turns out. Let's just quickly review our.
So you think they're just not going to win a road game for the rest of the season? Like, what? What are you talking about? They're the number 2 team in the East. You don't think that's going to revert back to the mean to closer to 500?
And they're playing great defense, which is like, travels or so, should travel, but I don't know. I guess I'd be leaning, because I just think that the Raps like really improved in that second half of the. It's fine. I'd be leaning Raps first half, maybe. I don't know. We'll see. But you know what? Let's review all of our plays after we do college basketball. We've got a short but manageable college basketball slate today. There's a few plays that I did bet. We'll talk about the games that you guys specifically want to talk about. First, Justin's games. First game he wants to talk about is Little Rock and West Virginia. West Virginia, huge favorite, and this is a very low total. West Virginia trying to figure things out now, and West Virginia can easily have games that go into the 120s, but I was thinking that the over 130.5 might be a decent bet. I'm not sure why you like this, Justin. Tell us why. Huge favorite line for West Virginia.
Yeah, I'm on West Virginia minus 26.5. That's Stacks play today, number 1. this Little Rock, Arkansas team, they done lost games by 29, 40, and 38 points this year so far. West Virginia coming off a loss to Wake Forest. They blew out when they was at home. They blew out some no-name team. They blew out Pitt when they was at home. I think this is going to be a bounce-back spot. I would look at the Little Rock. I do like your over because I think West Virginia, but more so I would like the team total over. I would look at the Little Rock team total under, but stats play today, number one is West Virginia minus 26.5. And I got that at minus 114.
Yeah, I mean, in previous years and in this year, you'd see a lot of West Virginia blowouts that they've had, like against Lafayette or against Pitt, like where they easily cover a favorite spread, but it goes under. But from the reports I'm reading, and the total is up to about 131 now. Billy Brisbane, this is an interesting game. You have anything on this one?
I would just say broad view perspective, and maybe not that game specifically, is remember that this is finals week for college students. And for anybody that doesn't know how finals weeks goes in college nowadays, since like the internet era, so I should say post-COVID, bro, half of these players don't go to any of these classes, don't do any of the assignments, and they have a tutor come to like a fucking library room type thing, and they literally go through the whole entire semester in about like 2.5, 3 days. So just off of that alone, I don't want to bet on basketball teams at home during finals week. I was a student before. They used to pay me to write the papers for the players and shit like that. I know how that shit goes. That shit does not go like the way that you think it goes. I think the games that you should really try to target are like neutral site basketball games, teams that are like away from school that don't have to worry about schoolwork, because this be the only time of the year that these students actually probably give a fuck. But a lot of these kids are freshmen nowadays, and they're going to be out of here by March.
Yeah. All right, it's scary, but I see that AM endorses the over, so I'll make that official. Over 130.5 minus 113. I will make that an official play. It's a little bit risky because West Virginia does sometimes, historically and this year too, have those. They're a big favorite. They cover easily, but it still goes under. But I'm going to take a shot with the over on this one officially, and like in West Virginia to cover the big spread. First line I saw was 24. Now it's up to 26 or 26.5. All right, the next game that Justin wants to talk about is also a game that Billy chose, and it's also a game that I am very scared of. So I'm very interested to see what you guys like here. And it is Illinois at Ohio State. Conference opener for Illinois, and Ohio State beat Northwestern in their opener. And I don't know, both these teams are good. I think Ohio State is pretty good. So when I first looked at this line, I didn't quite understand why Ohio State would be a home dog, but they were. And, kind of a high total, which makes sense if you look at how these teams have played so far this year. But now that it's, Big Ten, play starting up, maybe to start the season, it'll be a little bit, tighter, defense oriented. So I was thinking about under. The first line I saw 155.5, not quite understanding why Ohio State would be a dog. So leaning Ohio State. Justin McKelvey, why'd you pick this game? What do you like?
I'm on the side. I love the over in this game. I got over 157.5 minus 112. I like the way the pace of play that Ohio State plays, mainly at home. They're a little bit faster at home compared to when they're on the road. Last time they played this game last year, this game went over. And I think Ohio State is undefeated at home. They're just coming off a road win against Northwestern, and that game went over. Illinois had a road upset against Tennessee. I like the way they play. And I think Illinois won this game, so I would lean towards the side. I would lean towards Ohio State. I just like points. I see it moving in my favor a little bit. I don't know how I feel about that, but I love this over. I got it at 157.5 minus 112 when I posted it this morning on Twitter.
It's a big move. It's now up to 160. So obviously, yeah. And like I said, the way they played this year, the over would make sense. I'm just trying to tie maybe a reversal of form when conference play starts, but maybe that is not something a bad idea. Billy Brisbane, this is also a game you want to talk about. What do you like here?
Yeah, Stacks said it perfectly. The bet's probably the over. But one thing I would say for non-conference, as we're starting to wrap up non-conference play in these last couple of weeks, is ranked basketball teams in the top 25 playing on the road is just plus EV betting the other side. Any ranked team that goes on the road, not a neutral site game. Neutral site games are different. Going on a road in a true road game, bet the other side. But Stacks is kind of right. I think the best play in this game is the over. As much as I want to load up on Ohio State, I think the points in this one. Ohio State's offense is better than what it was last year. Don't let that Pitt game fool you. They've been a pretty high scoring team. I think that they're a team that kind of is like a chameleon, if that makes sense. Of like, if you play like a slow pace type of team, they're going to play slow. They're going to play half court. But if you're going to try to run and gun, we're fine with running and gunning. Player prop wise in this game, one player prop that stood out to me was I can't say his first name. I'm just going to say Peja Stojakovic's son is on Illinois. He's had his story's a little bit different. But I would say in these Power 5 conference games in the last 2 games for Illinois, he's looked like shit. He had 5 points against Tennessee, and he had 3 points against Connecticut. And his point prop line is 13.5 at FanDuel. Everywhere else is 14.5, getting steam towards the over. If you look at his player prop wise, when he goes over, he's going way over. Prior to those 2 games that he just shot really bad, and he had 24 against UT Rio Valle Grande. That team is the worst team in college basketball, so I'm not shocked he had 24. 20 against LIU, Alabama 26, Texas Tech 23, Colgate 9, FGCU 9. So I don't know. I feel like Stojakovic is due for a big day. The only thing that I would say about him is his 3-point lines always look like bait. You know, you see the Dave Stojakovic and you see 1.5 at -125. You just want to play the over because it's Stojakovic. But the way he kind of plays is a little bit different than his pops. He likes to get shifty. He likes to go downhill. He likes to pull out that little free throw extended jump shot. And I think all those tools in the kit work tonight against this Ohio State team. One of the things I like backing on Ohio State is Bruce Thornton. Bruce Thornton is kind of like is kind of like the only person I can really like put my foot in the coffin for and say like this kid's a hooper on Ohio State. Bruce Thornton can light up the scoreboard at any time. Last year it was us playing his assist prop, but with Ohio State's construction of their team, he's having to take more shot attempts. So probably just points for him.
All right. Well, Billy Brisbane and Justin McKelvey both liking the over. It has moved all the way up to 160, and now it's up to 4.5 as well. So, so far, Illinois taking money. Tarek B likes Ohio plus 4.5, but then Urban Pope says Ohio State basketball is a dumpster fire. Only Illinois here. This is Zoe Faye says a spread seems high to me. I never bet Illinois without getting Saturated's local read. Absolutely. All right.
That's a good one. I wanted to ask Stacks before we got into mine was what'd you think about Florida Connecticut? That was like the only game that was like big marquee that I couldn't really get a good read on.
Oh, we're going to talk about that. Just give us I got we will definitely get into it. But where is it? Matty Ice says first true road game for Illinois. Give me Ohio State plus 4.5. Okay. Next, so now let's get to Billy's 2 games. Interesting ones. First one, he chose Clemson and BYU. BYU, excellent, but not very deep. Clemson, good and very deep. So and it looks like this line has moved in BYU's favor a lot. This is also at Madison Square Garden in NYC. I was definitely thinking over, definitely thinking BYU first half, if anything. Clemson, maybe live or second half. And full game, probably leaning Clemson. BYU, an impressive team, but Clemson can hang with good teams, getting a bunch of points in a neutral situation. So I'm leaning over, leaning maybe BYU first half and Clemson second half and Clemson full game. Billy Brisbane, what do you like here?
I don't see how Clemson can stick around in this game. This looks like a BYU smash spot. MSG, neutral site. You got a team that we talk about neutral site games because like BYU's been playing neutral site games for like the last 2.5, 3 weeks. I can tell you the last time they played at BYU. They've gone 4-1 in neutral site games so far this year with their only loss coming to UConn. Wins over Miami, Dayton, Villanova, Wisconsin. Like this is a prime time spot for BYU. You got top 5 pick in the NBA draft playing in Madison Square Garden tonight. You got to roll with the Cougars. I know it looks a little bit sketchy back in BYU in basketball, -6.5, and there's no Jimmer Fredette on the court. But I have no idea how Clemson can compete in this game. Like they can't shoot threes. They play slow. I think this game goes dead under, and I think BYU rolls in this one. This is a future of a 2-leg parlay. If you would like to see where the second leg is at, you got to check out the Pub Sports Radio Discord. That is a members-only play. It is a tennis leg with BYU, but the same game parlay for me in this game. And I'm not even a big SGP guy. But this just screams like a SGP here. BYU money line, the under 160.5 alt line, and AJ Debanza for 20 plus points, and that's plus 262. That's the way you make a big favorite look like a little get a little plus money on it. I like the under in this game. I think this game goes dead under. Talk about Madison Square Garden, NBA arena. There's going to be some nervousness for everybody in their arena besides AJ Bonanza, because that dude is a certified fucking hooper. There's only 2 people in the country that can change the game at any time. One's Peterson at Kansas. He's back. He's healthy. That kid's the best player in the country. Number 2 is the kid from BYU. And this team is stacked, man. They got shooters. They got bigs. They got everything but depth. I don't think depth matters in this game. I think the neutral site experience will give them a lot to go for. I mean, if you watch that their tournament game against Dayton, that showed me that they got heart. They got they got pushed in that game. They almost got punked in that game, and they fought back, and they put the hammer down on Dayton. And then the Cal Baptist win is, I mean, in hindsight, what'd you expect? 91-60. But I think this is a good spot for them tonight at MSG, or in MSG tonight. And I think they roll over Clemson. I think it's a good parlay piece if you're just looking for a parlay filler for a 2-leg tonight.
Let me ask you something, Mr. I know everything about Clemson. How did Clemson compete with Alabama? That's not bad, right? Right?
I mean, that's not bad, but I mean, Alabama's not like Alabama's like a fake good team, if that makes sense.
All right. Okay.
Like they're a good team. They'll put up 100 points, but anybody can put up 100 points against them.
Yeah. Justin McKelvey, did you look at this one? You got any thoughts on this?
No, I don't have no thoughts. I looked at this game. I broke it down, and I don't even have a lean. If I had to, I would agree with the total. Like I like the under, but I stay away from unders. When I bet unders, it don't work out that way for me. So, but if I had to make a pick, it would be the under.
Man, Billy, so you're really impressed with BYU, because I think I'm gonna take BYU first half, which is what I was thinking about anyway. And I'm thinking about doing 3.5, or maybe the money line. You know how I roll, but you think they're gonna just run away with this?
I like the double result for sure. The only thing is, I feel like every time I bet a double result in college basketball, that shit just never goes the way that I think it's gonna go. I think me and Stax was talking about the Houston first half in that Vegas tournament against Syracuse. And it was like, bro, how did that was just wild. That made me kind of like just turned me off of first halves for college basketball until we get into like conference play and things are a little bit more like we can kind of narrow it down. We got a little bit more stats. This is kind of like betting. This is the time of year in college basketball where you can really bet off of feels. And like, you feel like BYU's one of the better teams in the country, you back BYU. But if you think that they're a fraud basketball team, then take the points. But I don't think Clemson's a whole lot to be rocking about. I mean, they didn't backdoor cover that spread against Alabama. I don't know, man. This just seems like you got the number. You got probably the biggest social media guy in the whole entire college basketball. Peterson's the best player, but AJ Bonanza is probably the biggest social media pull in college basketball in Madison Square Garden for like their damn near, it feels like 5th neutral site basketball game in a row. Feels like a BYU smash spot.
Yeah. All right. I'm going to take BYU first half. I just have to decide whether to take -3, -119, or -205 on the money line. Billy Brisbane, if a book offered you a free play and you could either take -3, -119, or money line -205, which would you take?
Oh, you know me, Pete. We're part of the juice community. As long as it wins, we'll get plus money later on in the week. But the politically correct answer would be -3.5.
Yes. All right. I'm going to make one of those a pick. I just have to decide which one I want to do. And then the second game that Billy wants to talk about is Florida UConn, also in Madison Square Garden, and UConn is a decent-sized favorite here. First line I saw was 4.5. Let's look at the line move to see where it is right now. Where is this line? It was 4.5. Where still about 4.5. And of course, this is the revenge game because Florida knocked UConn out of the tournament last year. And so just based on that, you might think that that UConn's going to roll here, and that might just be a don't overthink it situation. I don't usually like to take money lines as a big favorite if I'm afraid to take the spread, but maybe like parlaying UConn money line and BYU first half money line. That might be the way to go here. But obvious revenge spot for UConn. They're good enough to get it done. Florida is good, but they can get rolled. What do you like here, Billy?
This is one where I'm on the fence about. I kind of want to say UConn's to play, but I kind of wanted to hear what everybody else is going to say. This isn't like anything that I have on a bet slip or anything like that. I was really interested to hear what Stacks had to say about Florida and UConn because I don't know. I feel like Stacks always has a pretty good beat on what Florida is doing, and I'm always going to be a little bit biased because I'm a big Xavier Lee fan.
I mean, it's tough because they didn't get it done against Florida State, but then they almost beat Duke as an almost double-digit dog. Justin McKelvey, what do you think of this Florida team?
Yeah, I don't have nothing official. I have UConn in my bet slip -4.5, and I got an underline. I want to pull the trigger. But them being, especially them being in their second home, like Madison Square Garden is like their home field, home court. My fault, and just the way the season ended last year with them, Florida sending them out, and Dan Hurley was crying about the rest. Players were crying about the rest. Well, now you get a chance to get back in a less meaningful game. I think that UConn, their guards, their front court can hang with Lee and them. Lee had was it last game or the game before that? He had a horrible shooting day, 1 for 2 for something in 3 points. So I look for Lee to bounce back for Florida. But I love UConn. I just haven't bet it because I don't know. I don't think Florida's as bad as what I'm hearing. Like they keeping up with a lot of big teams. Like so, I don't think it's a smash spot. I don't think it's a lock or a layup or nothing like that. But that's why I haven't bet it yet. I feel like why is this line low?
It's so low for the way UConn has played.
Extremely low to me. Like,
well, Florida almost beat Duke outright as an almost double-digit road dog in their last game. So that's one reason, right? I mean.
I don't know. That game might be a 1-point win, but it felt like Duke let off the gas. Like they was whooping that ass for a little bit, and then Florida showed some heart and they bounced back and they cut it close to make it look respectable. But as a Duke backer, I wasn't really sweating it too much, man. I wasn't sweating it like crazily.
That's then you look at Florida's other games, dud against Arizona. Okay, first game of the year, dud against Florida State, dud against TCU. They had a nice game.
The TCU dud is the question mark because, like, I don't know if you guys seen TCU Horned Frog basketball this year. I mean, that team's that team is trash. Like, I don't know how. Stack said that shit last week with Notre Dame over TCU. Like, TCU is not a good basketball team.
And they was laying like 8 or 7.5, something wild.
You know what? I am going to do this. I'm going to make BYU first half money line and UConn full game money line parlay an official play. I don't do this that much. It's a little bit safe. I'll probably have a little bit on the spreads of each of these as well, but I am gonna do that, and I'll check.
I like that.
Yeah, it's not
Shout
bad.
outs to Rod Sawacki posting this. Bet on Florida and away or neutral site games on the money line versus good shooting teams making 45% of their shots. Florida record since 2025, 18-3. That's a pretty outstanding stat.
So
that'll make me take UConn out my bet slip.
UConn bid all day. Like, it was like, I feel the way Stacks just said it was like the way how I felt. Like, UConn's like on the written down list. It's on the paper, but it just hasn't gotten American dollars on it yet.
Probably gonna make me take it off my paper and just forget this game's even gonna happen.
Yeah,
because I really wanted to bet UConn. Yeah, cross it out with marker. Like, I really wanted to bet UConn, but I don't want to stand in front of that.
And here's Kent State.
I'm scared.
And Florida used to. This is like their third unofficial road game, like not true road game or neutral sites. Like it's like their third, so they used to it.
Bro,
I
playing
don't
in
know.
Cameron Indoor Stadium, and it has to be probably the hardest place ever to play in. So MSG is probably just another day for Florida. If this was at UConn University on their home court, UConn would be a lock. But like in MSG, I mean, is UConn going to be fat and happy off of their last MSG win? And like they already done that before this year, so it's like I don't know.
It's got to be. It's got to be a circle spot though for UConn. It has to be. It has to be.
Yeah.
I mean, Bob
And,
Gurley
like,
circles
if y'all remember
everything
game-
that's under the sun. He's geared up. He's all about this. He wants all the smoke possible as a coach.
All right, I'm processing. I'm looking. Here we go. Jose Perez likes UConn. Let me see. Looking at.
Rod Strand wouldn't chase me off that parlay though. It just chased me off of laying points.
Right, and that's also these college teams do. I mean, that's a great thing to look at. And it's definitely wow, man, that is a hell of a stat right there. Look at that. And then let me see. Tarek B says a lot of tickets on Florida. I still like UConn. Kent Davies says UConn got a little practice game against a free cream puff a few days ago. Florida been sitting around too long. Therefore, UConn first half. And yeah, you're right. The Duke did let him back in. Duke was way up on Florida first half in that game.
They were smacking him.
Go ahead.
They were smacking him. Boozer had like 20-something points. Then they took out Boozer. This is John Shire shit. John Shire, the biggest thing about John Shire is his player rotations. It feels like he leaves people out for too long. If you remember Duke in the championship game or Final Four game against Houston last year, Cooper Flagg was like the only person scoring. They take out Cooper Flagg, and then the offense just goes stagnant, and then he decides to put him back in. I don't know, man. John Shire's player rotations kind of pissed me off a little bit, but I saw somebody else in the chat was on Indiana minus the 14.5 against Penn State. I thought that was a pretty advantageous lean that I have on the card today. I'm a big fan of Tucker Dufresne and his pops. They've been a cash cow for me for a couple of years now. Doesn't matter if they're in West Virginia. Doesn't matter if they're in the Missouri Valley Conference. As long as Tucker Dufresne has a basketball in his hand, he's going to put money in your pocket. And I think Indiana kind of played a little bit under expectation in that Big Ten opener last week against Minnesota. They ended up losing that game 64-73. I think they bounced back in emphatic fashion against Penn State. I think they routed them. It's just, what are you really going to do with a 15.5 point line? And what are you going to do, parlay the 11+ win margin or take the 15.5 straight? Like, it's probably be like a half unit, quarter unit play just to say that you had it right.
Mm-hmm.
Well, real quick, it didn't make the cut as far as like confidence enough to bet it, but I bet that game. And this game is actually at Assembly Hall. They ain't lose at Assembly Hall. When they lost to Minnesota and they lost to Louisville, that wasn't at Assembly Hall. Nice game is there. I like Indiana to bounce back and blow Penn State out. Probably like, if you're going to do something, 20+ point mark. Don't do 11, do 20. It's just, I like the West Virginia and Illinois is more confident there, so it didn't make the cut to give out. Because I got crushed in college last time I was on here, so 2 games, my 2 best picks I wanted to give out.
All right.
I did bet Indiana.
I'm going to take a BYU first half money line and UConn full game money line parlay. That's -190 and -195. I'm also going to take BYU first half -3, -110. That's at I don't know if I can name the book, but big pro book. And then also I'm going to take UConn first half -1.5, -110. I'm a little bit concerned that at this sharp book the full game is 3.5 and the first half is just 1.5, but I'll take it. UConn first half -1.5. -110. BYU first half -3, -110, and BYU first half money line, UConn money line parlay. All right, let's just scan over the rest of the card. If anyone has anything that they want to shout out, we'll discuss it quick, and then we will review all of our official bets. Let me see what's some of the stuff that I bet here.
The Taint play of the day was Howard. I saw that in the chat. Howard University, and shouts to Taint. He ain't afraid of a little bit of HBCU basketball here, man. Black on black violence here, and I think Howard is a better team.
Yeah, my note
Is that
on
who he
this
like
one is-
Howard? I can't see the chat right now.
Yeah,
That's who
he said he
likes,
liked Howard. Remember, this game's not on North Carolina
Cameron.
A&T's floor. It's in Cameron Indoor Stadium.
Yeah, that game's in Cameron.
And NCAAB is excellent this year, but so is Howard in getting these points. That's my note here. Lean Howard.
Yeah, but my note is Howard, even though they got blown out by Duke 56-93, they already played in Cameron Indoor Stadium last week.
Yeah. Wow, and look at that. It's now down
And
to
Howard's a dog?
Howard's a dog.
Yeah, I like that.
But they were 3.5. Now they're 2. So there you go. Let me see. I took a little bit on South Dakota State and Ball State at the under 138.5. Let me see where that is right now. Where is that line? This is not too big of a. It's 140.5. All right, maybe I'll add that one on. Maybe I like it more. I don't know. Let me see. I definitely like the over in Columbia Stony Brook 147, and that is right around there still. Let me look at the McNeese URI game is an interesting one. McNeese is great. They're a road favorite against URI. That's a lot of respect. And they lost both of their road games straight up in ATS. I was thinking maybe I like the over, and I was thinking maybe URI getting those points. I mean, McNeese is good, but that's a hell of a lot of respect. And I'm just scanning down these things. Let me see. Yeah, small lean to the over in Morgan DePaul, but I'm not going to give that one out. South Dakota, Wyoming over looked great to me, but that was at 157. Last night it was 159.5, and now it's 161. I don't know if I can pull the trigger on that. I'm just going down. I was thinking about the under in USC San Diego, 162.5. Last I saw it, and then on the overnight it was 161.5, and now it's Jesus, 157.5. All right, forget. Oh man, and I missed the fucking 12:45 Champions League. All right, let me think what I want to do here. Let me look at the comments section here.
I'm tailing the taint on Matty Ice's play on Howard. That line in that market screams Howard. The line opened up 4.5 down to damn near a pick'em. Neutral site basketball game. They just played in Cameron Indoor.
This is actually like the third time they played on Cameron this year.
Yeah,
it didn't make my best list, but I had it wrote down. And then when I seen that they played, this is the third time. I'm like, damn, they gotta be used to these rooms by now. Like,
not even like the coach knows what's up. They knew they was gonna get blown out this game in those games. This one matters tonight.
Right.
We gonna get this.
We ain't gonna get blown out every time we come in this building.
And you know how the HBCUs work, man. They got pride. They go think about that.
All right. Even though the line is down to 157.5 or 157, I will take the USC San Diego unders. I'll take first half and full game. I got it at 161.5. Now it's all the way down, but that's all right. I will show 158 minus 118. I can get that one. That's nice. All right. So I'm going to take both of those. USC San Diego, first half and full game under. Let's look at the comment section. All these lines. We see 76.5 minus 116. Take that one. There you go, right there. Let's see what else people are saying here. But Urban Pope says Ball State is terrible. Yeah, they really are. I like the under in that one and was like, man, this feels like a bad team getting a lot of points at home, but couldn't do it. Now, Kentucky, of course, is off of a big blowout. Is off of 2 losses in a row, and now they're a big favorite here. So I was thinking that even laying 40 or whatever, and the over, and I was liking the over in that Kentucky game. They're playing. Who are they playing? Where the hell? Yeah, they're playing.
I can't bet on no fucking Kentucky, bro. They're gonna put a pitchfork and fucking knives in front of that stadium if fucking Pope doesn't get that shit together in Kentucky. How are you gonna kick out Calipari and get downgraded, bro? What? You kicked out Calipari to downgrade and lose. You know how much money that basketball team lost from the past year to this year in NIL? It's ridiculous. Like the alumni aren't fucking with it. The front office people ain't fucking with it. Kentucky's looking for a general. They're probably going to need a general manager for the team next year to handle operations. Like I would not want to put money on Kentucky right now. I get it. It's a bounce back spot, but that is a no bet on team for me.
I mean, they were getting booed and everything, but now they're playing. If there's ever a game where they can win by 40, it's this one, right?
I'm about to say,
but it's being priced like it. It's being priced like a bounce back, bro. 45 points ain't no fucking sneeze, and we're up by 45. Like 45.
I don't know, they just lost by that. They just got done losing by that.
I mean, like, yo, I don't know. That's just me, man.
I don't think they're good, but I don't think you could take that. Don't judge them for what happened against Gonzaga. Gonzaga was coming off a 40-point loss. So
Gonzaga's nasty. They got Tyon Grant Foster.
Yeah, but they got drilled. They lost by 40 to Michigan, and the next game up was Kentucky. So it was a bad spot.
Michigan might have the best coach in the country. Shouts to Dusty May, FAU legend. Like, put FAU on the map. Then he went off to Michigan. So, like, yeah, Michigan's legit, man. They got best coach in the country. And then you put in Yaxel Landenberg, who led the country in triple doubles last year. Like, that's a team to be reckoned with. They are a tier above Gonzaga, but the Gonzaga win is a concern. I mean, the Gonzaga win is a concern for me, not from the aspect of, like, Gonzaga won. Bro, Graham Dike dropped 28 points in a fucking basketball game. The dude can't shoot. He shoots like this. Like, he makes buckets and he'll do the little post moves and all that. But, like, if Graham Ike is putting up 30 on you, and then Braden Huff is putting up a 20 spot on you, bro, that's not a good basketball team. Like, Kentucky's supposed to have their starting center supposed to be, like, in draft consideration and stuff like that. So I'm like astonished of how this basketball team has developed this year. Of, like, Kentucky is wait until we get into SEC play. We're gonna make a lot of money fading Kentucky at Rumpf Arena.
Yeah, but now they're but in this, and look, I didn't catch this. I saw 38.5. I was like, man, you probably got to take that. It's 45 now. Are you kidding me?
Bro,
Wow.
45 and a half points in a basketball game is just like,
wow.
Should they beat them by 45? Yeah, I just don't want to be a part of it.
It's hard to think when you think the game, before the game starts, I got 45 points in my pocket. Like, how can I lose?
Oh, man. Yeah. I mean, I'm a
45 points. I mean, 45 points with a total that's 147 and a half is wild. What are they going to say?
Hell of a head start.
80 to 30? Like, what? Like, that's literally what sportsbooks are saying. This final score is 85 to 30. Like, what? That doesn't even sound right.
That's a hell of a head start. 45 points in college game.
Crazy start, bro. 85 to 30 would barely cash you a 45 and a half point spread, which is fucking nuts. If you think that Kentucky is going to win by 45 plus points, just bet North Carolina Central team total under.
Yeah, that would be safer.
Man. Yeah, I was thinking about the over because, yeah, you're right. In these kinds of games, you know, you don't want it to be like Kentucky's up by 42 with like 50 seconds left.
Or just take the Kentucky team total over.
Yeah. Yep.
After losing top 40,
team total over is 95 and a half. I would just play 100.
I'm saying there's got to be a 100 game, though. Like, we see it all the time now. Like, after losing by 40, and then what did they lose before that? Before the Gonzaga game.
Yeah,
So,
they lost that Rumpf right before that, too, in the same exact week. They lost to North Carolina, who, I mean, I get it. It's North Carolina's have it. Bro, I don't know, man. Kentucky definitely does need, like, a whoop-ass tune-up spot.
Like, coach is probably saying, don't come off that court until y'all score 100.
Yeah.
But that's the problem, though, bro. Pope and the players don't look like they clash. Pope, you got to remember, Pope comes from very Christian background, came from BYU. He's kind of a stricter guy. Majority of people that go to Kentucky ain't strict kids. Like, the kids from the hood had a couple dreams about going to Kentucky, and then they finally got that phone call for Kentucky. Like, I don't know, man. Like, the 45 and a half points is fat, man. Like, if you think Kentucky wins by 45, wouldn't you just take the 51 and a half team total under for the other team?
Well,
that's what they got. It's 51 and a half.
51 and a half.
I'm taking full game over 146 and a half minus 105. I know the line's headed down. I can't say that I like it more now, but I can say I'm going to take it. So I'm going to make that one official. We'll see what other people are saying here. Brendan Gregory says Kentucky ain't covered 44 and a half. That team is done. Zoe Faye, the Gonzaga loss was really embarrassing last season.
Might be like 103 to 49.
Yeah. Kent Davies, Tom, Michigan. Yeah, we didn't talk about. Well, I was looking at other things. Maybe you guys. Michigan is like, there's no way they're that good, are they? I mean, my God.
No, Michigan's that good, man.
They are? Wow.
They have the best coach in the country. Their coach literally brought FAU to a Final Four That was he transformed that whole program. And he said, "Well, I'm out." And I don't know. Michigan's a hell of a basketball team. It felt like last year Dusty May dealt with what the front office gave him for a roster, and he had a couple of pieces from FAU. Some of those other guys went off to other schools and stuff like that. This year's team is Dusty May's roster. This is the roster that he handpicked out to run his offense, and they look fucking great, man.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not watching video of it, but like the box scores and the results are just eye popping. You know what I mean? Getting big covers game after game of 100 points. That is pretty impressive. All right. I will add on as well. South Dakota State and Ball State under, well, actually, you know what? That could easily, gosh, I don't know if I want to do that.
You got balls betting on that game.
Yeah. Well, I was going to take the under just because, but it's possible that they'll just not play any D because it's a non-conference game. So yeah, I'll hold off on that one. I was also leaning again over in Columbia, Stony Brook. I'm scanning down here, and the over in the South Dakota Wyoming game, but that one has gotten away under in the Buffalo Baltimore County game. I might add that one on, and and I was wow. And as we speak here, before when you guys were talking about Howard, I was like, wow, they're 2. Now they're 1.5. This one's just going to be pick 'em within a few minutes. Damn. All right, and I will add on Buffalo and Baltimore County under, and I'll shop around for the best line there. All right, let's review all our plays, everyone. I'll review after you two go, so I can line chop a little bit. Justin McKelvey, please review your official NBA and college hoops plays. Thank you very much.
I got the Miami Heat minus 113 money line. Tyler Hero over 22.5 points minus 112. West Virginia, or my fault, the Toronto Raptors plus 4.5 minus 110. West Virginia minus 26.5 minus 114. Stacks played at number 1. Stacks played at number 2. Illinois over 157.5 minus 112.
All right, awesome. Billy Brisbane, please review your official plays. Thank you.
Man, it sucks because yesterday's prices aren't today's prices, and we talked about this game last night on stream because I knew that number was going to move. I'm on the Knicks money line. I got the Knicks money line minus 157. That line's just not available anymore. I would take it at 4, so I would buy it down to 3.5. I think if you're asking for anything 4 points or more, you should probably run like a little SGP. That's play number 1. Play number 2 comes in college basketball tonight, and it's a same game parlay. I'm not a big same game parlay guy, but BYU money line, the under 160.5 alt line, and AJ Dabanza for 19.5 total points. That's plus 262. Then we have a third play with BYU money line. We just got to figure out the tennis dance partner that we want to put with BYU money line. But both tennis matches are going to be overnight in the morning. So hopefully you can wake up with some cash in your pocket. I'm going to post that one in the tennis section under the Pub Sports Radio Discord. I'm probably the only person that talks in the tennis section, so it won't be hard to find it.
In the meantime, while we've been yapping here, UConn down to 3.5. So there's that.
We're not the only one that thinks like
everybody hammered Florida once Rob put that stat in the chat.
Yeah.
Everybody dumped on Florida.
Moving lines here for sure. All right, let me see. You know what? All right, I will add on. What the hell? I will add on Columbia Stony Brook over, and I'll add on the South Dakota State Ball State under.
Hey, did you say something about the Buffalo game under?
Oh yeah, no, that's official. I took Buffalo, Maryland, Baltimore County under 145.5.
That's UMKC.
Yeah.
No, that's Baltimore, Maryland, Baltimore County. Yeah,
I thought that was UMB.
UMK. I thought Buffalo played UMKC.
Yeah, UMKCB. They just got a dog as their logo.
UMKC. There's not even a B in there. How is UMKC Baltimore?
UMBC. Wait a minute.
Am I bugging? I mean, I might be high. I thought they played UMKC.
What the hell is going on here? Siri, who the fuck is Baltimore playing tonight?
It's the first game. I thought they played UMKC.
It's the first game. Google, who is fucking Baltimore playing tonight? Yeah, Baltimore. Who is Buffalo playing tonight? They're playing Baltimore County, right? Yeah. No way in hell I bet an under.
You gotta just say UMBC, man. Just leave it at that.
Oh, UMBC. Okay.
Yeah. Baltimore County. Yeah.
Oh no, I had to beat the B, but it's supposed to be a K. My fault. A K was supposed to be a B. That's what it was.
Yeah, but you got to win more basketball games for us to remember, you know, because
I was like, wait a minute, how was Baltimore and there's not even a B in UMKC? So it's UMBC. Okay.
Can you imagine if they made a team that was ULEP, ULEP, and you're like, is this UTEP or ULEP? What team is this? There's too many fucking teams here.
Only reason why I knew because I have it wrote down because I wanted to get the Buffalo and then I scratched it off. But my B looks like a K. So I thought they played, and UMKC is a team. So
Yes.
that's why I thought they played. And you kept saying Buffalo and Baltimore.
Believe me.
I'm like,
I
ain't no B in this.
You start looking at your sheet like, where that game at?
Yeah, I'm like, how come I don't see it?
Maryland AM likes the over in the Virginia game, which is interesting. Virginia, of course, playing very high scoring this year. Maryland Eastern Shore started the year slowing things down, and if they have a shot in this game, they're going to have to slow it down. But they have been playing higher scoring recently, and so I'd be leaning over on that one as well. Here's some other stuff from AM leaning over in the Michigan game. Yeah, how over 148.5. I mean, in light of how Michigan, unless Villanova is going to play some strategy where they're slowing it down, that total makes no sense to me. He likes the over in the West Virginia game, Providence, Coppin State, St. Joe's over, and the NC Central over. All right, and I'm going to add on again. I will add on the Columbia Stony Brook over and the South Dakota State Ball State under. Although both of those are iffy. All right, so once again, my initial plays are Knicks Toronto first half under 116.5 minus 115 and full game under 226.5 minus 115. BYU first half -3, UConn first half -1.5, and BYU first half money line UConn parlay. That's -190 and 195. Those are the lines that I quoted when I made that official. Now the UConn lines have gone down, but I'll have to take what I quoted originally. Little Rock, West Virginia over 130.5 minus 113. The USC San Diego game, first half under 76.5 minus 116, and full game under 158 minus 118. The Kentucky game over 146.5 minus 105. The Buffalo and the whatever team under 145.5 minus 113. And I'm going to add on the Columbia game over, should be about 147. And the Ball State game under should be about 140.5. And I'll find the exact lines now at these books that we look at. Justin McKelvey and Billy Brisbane, another friggin' great segment. Thanks so much. We'll talk to you again next week.
Shouts to the people.
Shout out. Shout out. All right. Jose Bouquett, are you there? Are you back there? All right. Is
Yes,
Gogi ready?
sorry. Yeah, Gokster's ready for us here. I told him 5-10 minutes, like 30 minutes ago.
All right.
So Gokster's ready
about that,
to get to
Gogi.
the ice.
Yeah. All right. We got 10 NHL games. In the meantime, I friggin' missed the closers on. All right. You can't be perfect in life. That's one of the most important lessons.
Well, we got our half win, Pete, by the
We
way.
did.
Nice to see you, Gokster, by the way.
Started off with a half.
Good day,
win.
guys.
And there you are, Mr. Gokster. While I line shop for these last two college basketball lines, which I will line shop while you're breaking down the first NHL game. All right, everyone, we got 10 games on the card tonight. Tell us what you think. Let's go. First game is a very interesting Tampa Bay, Montreal.
Okay.
Tampa Bay is on a back-to-back. They lost 2-0 at Toronto yesterday. That makes 2 straight shutout losses for Tampa Bay. Wow. They've now lost 4 in a row, and they have been awesome before that, but 4 in a row and 2 straight shutout losses. Montreal, not great, but not bad right now. They lost to St. Louis in their last game, but 2 nice, small dog OT wins before that. So Montreal's all right. And but Tampa Bay, what's up? I mean, Braden Point is back. They got Kucherov. Yep. The names are still there, at least offensively for Tampa Bay. Vasilevsky, of course, is out. So I think in goal is going to be this guy Halverson, who is a big question mark, probably leaning towards might have some issues here. But I don't know if there's any way I can take it over with the way Tampa Bay is shooting. Although, again, the names are in the lineup. So I don't know. If you gave me a free play right now, I'd say, what the hell? And I'd throw it on Tampa Bay to get a win. What do you think, Gogi?
Yeah, I'm kind of in the same corner there, Pete. They're getting Kucherov Point back. This is their second game. First game back, they just didn't have it last night. Coach disappointed in the performance. Going down the 401 here to Montreal. I expect a high-scoring game, short and sweet. Montebo's not in net. It's going to be Dobish, 90% save percentage. The last few games here. Power plays have been humming for both teams, but really the main thing is Pete getting Point and Kucherov back for another game coming off 4 losses. And also, coming off the 4 losses, I don't see this really continuing. Goaltending wise, Halverson, like I said, it's his first start. This guy is a Syracuse Crunch goaltender. He had 1 start last year on March 22nd, Pete, below 80% save percentage with a 5.18 goals against. So it wasn't a good start. Don't have that game who they played, but the offense I expect to wake up here tonight. Short and sweet, guys, for the Lightning. And then Montreal on the other side, though, this is a tough team for Halverson with the speed of Montreal. Montreal, too, aren't they coming off of a let me just before I say something. They are coming off that loss. 4-3 to St. Louis. Kind of had a bad third period there. They were down 1. Didn't really have a good third period against St. Louis. I expect a bounce back effort here for both teams. Look for Kucherov and Point to be a big factor in this game. And I see the lines moving towards Tampa too. So I would lean towards Tampa, but I think goals is going to be the play here, guys. First period, both teams to score a pistol, and both teams to score 3 goals as well. I'm doing a little double down here.
All right, so just so we can forget about college basketball, my official line for the Columbia game, 146.5 minus 110, and for the Ball State game, under 140.5 minus 110. Those both might be losers, but all right, we'll see. All right, so for this one, all right, now we're focusing here on NHL. Back to NHL. Let me just pull up the NHL lines. We'll see where they've moved. I thought I saw a move towards Tampa Bay, right? Let me see. Yeah, let me see how big. First line I saw, very early line, was like, what you might expect. Montreal, like minus 125, Tampa Bay plus 105 on the other side. And about a 10 or 15 cent move towards Tampa Bay. Look at that.
I know. It's Tampa Bay. I just lost my train of thought. But yeah, I think there's going to be some goals here tonight. I just lost my train of thought. Damn it, Pistol. But goals here tonight.
Right. Yeah. Kent Davies says perfect buy low spot for Tampa. Yes, assuming that fundamentally Tampa is a nice little team there, right?
They will, with Point and Kucherov back after that bad first game here, going to Montreal, which is playing at the Bell Center is a game where teams that are haven't performed well. This is a game where usually they're going to get up. A veteran team with Tampa Bay. You got Hedman on the back end still there, so he'll be able to move the puck. The big thing is just going to be Halverson. I'm just not sure what he's going to get at. What he's going to do here. Going up against Montreal here off a bad game. 36% power play too. Montreal's got from November 18th onward. So they got to stay out of the box to Tampa Bay. They do have a 90% penalty kill, which will help, but it's just the speed. The speed's the big thing for those AHL goalies, Pete. And this guy hasn't had a start since last March. So the speed of the game, this is what I was going to say. The first period over feels like a really good spot here with the bounce back spot for the Lightning here, getting off to a hot start. The first period, both teams to score is probably I like this play a lot better. It's plus 155. But both teams to score 3 goals, Pete, is also plus 155. That's usually like plus 180. You're usually seeing at least 20 cents more in your favor, but they expect 3. That's just Halverson effect, I think. They're expecting as this game goes on, you're going to see more goals. So I had to double down there, but I think the first period over is a good play as well.
And then you got Dobes, who he can get lit up a little bit, right? I mean,
well, he's the better of the 2 goalies. He's kind of been hit or miss. Like he can stand on his head. This guy, like he's the future really. Montebo's a guy I would feel better, to be honest, on the over. Dobes does have a bounce, but he can be better than Montebo, in my opinion. It's just the Lightning here in the spot. Defensively too, Canadians haven't been the greatest. Missing Gooley, some other guys in the back, or just Gooley really on the back end, but they've allowed 10 goals in the third period in the last 3 weeks, which is, compared to 6 for the Lightning. So more I'm thinking about, I do think the Lightning are live, but the goals is what we're going to see tonight, I think.
All right. I think I'm going to take a shot with the over here. Tampa Bay should be all right? 2 shitty games.
Yeah, and you got your leaders back after that too. Like the first game back I get for Kucherov and Point, they missed, I think, at least a week or 2. So getting that first kind of game back, and it's a back-to-back. So I expect a much better performance from.
So you know how I roll. I could take 6.5 plus 100, but we are going to take 6 minus 133. Tampa Bay, Montreal over 6 minus 133, and I'm definitely leaning towards Tampa Bay, like even money, but I think I'll hold off for now. Let's look at the comments section, and then we will. Kent Davies liked the Lightning first period. That's not bad. Full game. All right. So Kent Davies liking that. Yeah. The AM liking Lightning plus 105, still about there. Oh, Kent Davies thinking about Tampa -1. Yeah, I mean, if Tampa wins, it's probably because they just break out offensively.
Yeah, and I would
Yeah,
like this play a lot more if Montembeault was in net, to be honest. He's
Yeah.
had an 82% save percentage in his last few games here. He has not been the better of the two goalies. Dobish, considerably better this year. So that's the only factor I would say against Tampa.
Wine Time Sports, great fucking call on that Browns over. Unbelievable.
What a game.
34-35. Wine Time was like, this shit's going to sail over. God, my God, was he right. All right. Next game on the card. I'm going to enjoy from taking Tampa Bay as well, but I'll hold off for now. Next game on the card is New Jersey and Ottawa. New Jersey has now lost 5 in a row and just 1 goal total in their last 3 games. So this is a team that's having some issues. Also, and Ottawa also slumping badly, not as badly, but 2 home losses after their road trip, both as a decent sized favorite, right? Their leading scorer, Shane Pinto, out. So, and then the other guy is struggling. So it's just like 2 really shitty teams here. This is a game where you have 2 kind of shitty offensive teams where I'm thinking maybe just go with it and don't overthink it and take an under here. First line I saw was Ottawa, about -135 or so. Total was about 5.5. And let's see where we are here. If there's been a line move, this is a game where I don't mind checking the line move before. Yeah, the side is right about where it was, and the total as well. Not a huge, maybe a tiny move to the under, but no huge move either way. Maybe a tiny move to Ottawa, a tiny move to the under as of right now. This is just which team is more likely to bounce back, and will scoring issues continue for both? Which team more likely to bounce back? You bet them. If the scoring issues are going to continue for both, take the under. If not, maybe over. What do you think?
This game, Pete, I'm kind of going the opposite end here. I think both teams are going to have a bit of a breakout performance. Ottawa, they've been talking about pretty much they've been addressing, they have been scoring. They are missing Pinto. Who else is out there? They got Shabbat on defensive end and Eller, who's day-to-day, but they haven't been scoring. It's very true. Zutterland's been leading really the goals in the last 3 weeks. Top point getter has been Jake Sanderson, which is a defenseman. So, but on the other side of things, Markstrom and the Devils, he's had an 88 save percentage in his last few games. Markstrom, 3.02 goals against. But the big thing I'm seeing here, Pete, is goals against in the third period. 13 allowed for the Devils, 11 for the Senators. They're not scoring as much in the third period, but you got 2 teams that are being a little bit more susceptible as the game goes on. 73% penalty kills for both teams. That's pretty poor. About 20% power plays. Yeah, Jack Hughes is out, but this is still a decent enough team. You also got Angus Cruikshank. I noticed he's on the 4th line. This guy played with a lot of the Senators who've been called up over the last few years. So, and they're coming off all these losses. They haven't been able to really stop the puck. The Devils here 4-3-3, 5-5, and you got a team in Ottawa that's looking to score here. I think we're going to see goals. First period, both teams to score plus 165, and then this is the good double down. Both teams to score 3 at plus 210. I disagree. I think we can see some goals in this game. Fast-paced game with both teams. I'm looking to string some offense together here tonight.
Oh yeah. Oh, I wasn't saying I like the under. I was saying that that's what you have to handicap here. Are the scoring issues going to continue for both or not? AM making an argument for New Jersey as a dog, which free play in a game like this where I'm not sure of the X and O's. I would lean towards the dog heavily. All right, I think I'm going to pass. Maybe.
Yeah, this is one that kind of jumped off. I don't see a lower scoring game. I would lean towards Ottawa too, to be honest. Allmark at home. Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's just the Devils. It's tough when you have a team that's been this bad. But you're going up against a team, the Senators, that defensively they've been okay. They're still not the best defensive team, in my opinion. And the Devils, both these teams, I think we're going to see goals here tonight. That's my gut feel.
All right. Well, if you gave me a free play right now, I'd probably chuck it on New Jersey team total over, maybe 2.5. Yeah, I mean, look at that. Look at this. 1 goal in the past 3 games. But before that, they put up 3, 3, 5, 3, 4, 3. I mean,
that's what's coming. I think
they can put some goals up, right? Who is Allmark? Oh, Allmark is pretty good though, isn't he?
He was good like 4 years ago. He's been very hot and cold, better at home, but kind of a hot and cold goalie. Same with Markstrom. He was good 4 or 5 years ago. 2 goalies out of they're susceptible, is my opinion.
Yeah, Allmark looks all right though. I mean, he looks all right.
That's Allmark's definitely the better of the two goalies here. I wouldn't
All right.
think about it. Yeah.
I'm going to pass, but AM making an argument for New Jersey. Ghosts are saying he's looking at maybe goals. All right, let's move on. Next game on the card is Vegas and the Islanders. Vegas 4 straight wins, all as a decent sized favorite though, and 3 of those games were close. Isles kind of a scrappy team. They're returning from Florida. They split those games, so that's all right. And the Isles were a decent sized dog when I looked at it. Vegas definitely seems good on the road, but they're not really blowing people out. And this looks like maybe a little bit more of a coin flip than the first lines I saw. I was definitely leaning Islanders at plus 115 and under 6.
Yeah, the under is where I'm looking, I think, Pete. I'm looking the Islanders since November 10th. They've had 3 games go over 6. Every other game has gone under. This has been a massive under team. Now they are getting back a couple players tonight, or at least one. That's Jean-Gabriel Pageau, centerman for the Islanders. He's going to be back, key player. But they just did lose Palmieri for the season. Romanov's been out. Drouin's out. They're missing a couple players. But really, I think this is going to be a lower scoring game. Goals against third period, bringing this one up 7 and 8. So both these teams have been accountable. Penalty kills are at 90% too between both teams since the 18th onward. That's also those goals against the 18th onward. Yeah, this is going to be a lower scoring game. It's just how you want to bet it. I went no goal first 9 minutes, 30 seconds plus 155 or 115. I expect this to be a tighter game. Both goalies too. 3-0 Sorokin in his last few games, 96% save percentage. Akira Schmid, I'm looking at Schmid starting here for Vegas. He's coming off a shutout too. Really good sign for a goalie. That's he needed the break really with Hart being able to come and play a couple games that helped Schmid. I like the under here, Pete. I think it's a dead nuts under here. However you want to take it.
Sorokin's pretty good, right? I mean,
he
right?
is. He and especially at home, 3-0. He's a hot and cold goalie. They just don't have a lot of offense right now, the Islanders. But adding Pageau will give a bit of a boost to this team. Vegas have been really good on this road trip. This seems like a lower scoring game. Yeah.
Look at this. Golden Knights AM likes Vegas at minus 140. That against a team whose winning streak of 3+ was just snapped in their previous game. Did they win 3 in a row, the Islanders?
Yeah, they did. They did. 2-0 Tampa. Yes. Good teams too. Colorado and Tampa twice. Yeah.
Wow. Kent Davies liking the under. And just very quickly, Vegas, they're a nice little scrappy team. How are they offensively? Are they lighting it up, or what's their deal?
They're accountable. They're not going to give you too much. Like they're smart. Like the coach Cassidy, old school coach. He's not going to give you a whole lot here. This is their 3rd game of a road trip. They've looked pretty good. Only allowed 2 goals coming off a shutout at the New Jersey. So this doesn't feel like you're going to get a lot of offense. Even maybe first period draw if you're looking for more of a score. I don't see a lot happening in this game.
I'm going to take a shot with Vegas team total under 3.5 minus 164. Vegas, but that's 4 goals against Sorokin. That's a little bit of an ask, right?
Yeah, I would say I would even like even Islanders team total under even 2, Pete, even at 2.5. I don't mind. I don't know what first player back, like you saw what happened with Kucherov and Point, first game back. It's not like it's tough getting that first game back, and that's what you're going to get from Pageau. I would lean towards a Vegas 3-2 win kind of thing, 2-1 win.
Right. Yeah. And I'm also going to gonna add the under. I'm gonna have to take a little bit of a crappy line, but I'm gonna take Vegas Isles under 6 minus 133 is what I'm gonna take now, but that's all right. I will do that. All right, I'll take both of those. All right, great breakdown, everyone. Again, AM reason to like Vegas, and yeah, I think you're right. It's like 3-1, 3-2, 2-1, something like that. Next game on the card, an interesting one, and I think I'm going to have to pass on this one, but it's just as interesting as all these others. San Jose against Philly. San Jose, always a big dog. They get a win here and there. They're off a nice road dog win at Carolina, so San Jose always dangerous getting a big number, and it's, unless I have other reason, some reason not to, it's always like San Jose or pass. Philly, a good team. They've lost 2 of 3 on their current homestand. The last one was a close one to tough Colorado, though. So it definitely feels like a big Philly spot here, but it's a big line. Free play, I'd have to throw it on San Jose as a dog, but I definitely don't want to fade Philly in this spot. And that's it. And I was also slightly into the over at 5.5 when it was minus 125. What do you think, Gogi?
I agree with everything you're saying there, Pete. Tough game. This is a no play for me. A rare no play for Gokster. I lean to the over as well. Nedel Djokovic, Ned's in net. He's had a 1-0 coming off a nice start, 91% save percentage. Darth Vader, Dan Vlader. He's going to be the goalie for the Flyers. Better of the goalies, coming off a bad performance. Sharks have allowed 11 goals in the third period compared to 5 for the Flyers. Just the thing is, the Sharks are healthy. Flyers are for the most part are too. These are two younger teams that I think you're going to see some offense out of them. I would lean to the Sharks. My guts, I can't take the Flyers. I don't know why. I just can't do it right now. So I guess
this line, yeah. I mean,
yeah, like I think that line is just too much, and I can't get behind that. So there's short and sweet, no play, lean towards the Sharks, same as you.
Yep. At minus 130, I would be all over Philly at 175. I don't know about that. This is just another one of those situations where and I probably will bet this. I just don't think I can give it official, but it's San Jose or nothing here. Plus 155. That is just too high of a line, man. You know?
I agree.
I mean, they're a nice little team there. I might add that one officially, actually. Think about it. Let me see. Yep. AM likes the Sharks. There you go. Kent Davies liking the under on this one. Okay, yeah, I mean, San Jose, can sometimes also play in. Oh, look at that. Justin taking the Islanders, but then someone else saying that the Knights are Real Madrid Dodge. They're a wagon and revenge spot. All right, we'll see. I'm going to pass on this San Jose Philly game. Next game, another interesting one I think I'm going to pass is Anaheim and Pittsburgh. Anaheim, of course, an impressive team this year. They're off a big 7-1 win, but Pitt, kind of a team that you were thinking maybe would start off the first 10 games of the season or so, maybe 6-4, maybe playing nice, and then just getting old and just not being very good and mostly being a fade. But they continue to play decently. They have an excellent 3-game trip, 2 small dog wins, and then 1 OT loss where they were a decent sized dog. So Pitt is a nice team right now, and Anaheim. They've got their top 2 goalies are out, and Husso, I believe he's going to be in.
Yep.
I don't know. If you showed me this game at the beginning of the year and gave me a free play, I'd say, I'd chuck it on Anaheim. They're probably going to be improving, and Pitt's probably going to be playing badly. But Pitt is holding their own, so I think it's going to be a pass for me. But an interesting situation here. What do you think, Gogi?
Well, I'm pretty sure Malkin's going to be out now. Malkin's out. He was really this guy was kind of bringing back old time there, looking like 2012, 10 Malkin. He's now out of the lineup. Brazeau's going to be back, which helps. But Noel Acciari and Heinen, I called up Heinen from the AHL. Acciari's coming back. A lot of guys coming back from injury. Avery Hayes centering the second line. Ben Kindle centering the third line. They don't got a lot of offense here. They're a hurting unit. At least they get to play with Crosby, which is pretty cool. But I think this is who's in net here for the Penguins too.
The Penguins, it's Sheelovs.
Yeah, it's going to be Seelof. So it's his first start since November 29th. He's got an .848 save percentage at home, 4.56 goals against. The Ducks are a team that are one of the highest scoring teams really in the NHL. I'm doing an old double down here, kind of like that Minnesota one. We cashed that one against Edmonton last time. I don't get the line is moving towards the Ducks, but the fact we can get them at plus money and how strong this team is right now, I think the speed in the Ducks, I think they carry over that 7-goal performance. I'm doubling up with first period money line plus 102 and then Anaheim money line plus 108. I think and Houston's playing decent enough right now. And a team in the Penguins, which is not going to be nearly as fast. You don't have as many big names out there on the field. Also, Zucker's out. He's just, I think that was recently too. Lizotte. Lizotte's going to be out. They just lost Ben Lizotte, I believe his name is. So they're missing some more players, calling up guys from the AHL. Ducks are a wagon. They're missing two of their goalies. Mrazek and Dostal are out, but Husso, they're pretty much down to Husso, but he's 3-1. He's looked decent enough, and I think the matchup's good for the Ducks. So double up spot. Let's go Ducks.
All right. I can't say I disagree with it. It's just Pittsburgh's hanging. They're a tough little team.
They are, but have you seen this Ducks team, man? Like this team.
Yeah, they're great. Yeah. I mean, they're very scary. Yes.
They look like the old Mighty Ducks on the 9th from with Paul Kariya and the boys right now.
All right, so let's see. Wine Time Sports liking the Ducks. Kent Davies liking the Ducks. AM liking the Ducks.
Well, here we go. We're all on them.
Yeah, no, I mean, let me see. And the line hasn't really moved. And the total is a little bit to the over. All right, this is going to be a pass for me. Let's move on. Next game on the card, Columbus and Carolina. Columbus is off of a shutout loss at Washington. Carolina, I thought they were like one of the awesome teams of the NHL, but recently not really. They're only 6-7 in their last 13, and they're off of a pretty bad 3-goal home loss to San Jose as a -330 favorite. Now, San Jose, of course, as we just talked about, is kind of game in and game out, week in and week out, undervalued, but still massive home favorite and a margin loss. And here they are again, a big favorite. And Columbus is not a great team, but they can get a win here and there. So I know that it's not clear who's going to be in goal for Carolina. Let's check it out. But before I hear what you have to say, and I don't know if you could even talk me off this opinion, but it'd be Columbus or nothing. What do you think, Gogi?
Yeah, I think it's going to be Bussy, Brandon Bussy there, Carolina. Yeah. He's been okay, but only time really when they're winning with Bussy, they're putting up goals. I noticed they got to score at least 4 goals or more with Bussy and net if they're winning these games. Jackets are coming off of a 2-0 loss to Washington. Either it's like a 3-goal game or you're looking at like a 10-goal game or 8-goal game with Columbus. Carolina coming off the loss. These guys don't really lose back to back, especially Pete. I noticed when they got home, it's a home and home too. This is their holy crow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is going to be their 7th home game in a row. Last time they lost was against Toronto, bounced back 6-3 win against Nashville. Columbus are a fast team. They're pretty healthy too on that side. It's just, I do think there's going to be goals. This is similar to the Devils Senators games. I think we're going to see some goals. Susceptible to in the third period. Jackets 15 goals allowed in the third, 10 from the Carolina Hurricanes as well. So and Bussy being a little susceptible there. This is really his first year in the NHL getting this many starts. I think we're going to. Jet Greaves has been decent. I wouldn't. I agree with you with the Blue Jackets. I just until I see Carolina really, lose back to back at home, I'm going to kind of stick. And they're pretty much healthy. They're missing Slavin, but the Hurricanes' offense is one of the best in the league. Blue Jackets can keep up with some of the bet. Like they're going to be able to keep up with Carolina. I expect there to be some goals. Carolina should win this one 60 minutes, but I'm doubling up first period plus 150, both teams to score, and then both teams to score 3 goals in this one as well at plus 170. Pete.
Yeah, I kind of like goals as well. I'm thinking about doubling up just like first period and then maybe a full game and buy to 6. Let's see what people are saying. Here we go. Let's see. Kent Davies says Jet Greaves is a gamer. Yeah, I mean he has been good this year.
Yeah, he is, Kent. Like he's really he's had experience too with the AHL, Calder Cup with Cleveland. Like he went deep with this team. I saw him a lot in Belleville. Like he's not a tall guy, but he's really his hand-eye or whatever reflexes. He's got like cat-like reflexes. I know I've said that before on this show with goaltender for St. Louis there, Hofer. But Greaves is more battle tested, I would say. And he's coming off of a loss against Washington, but he had a 97% save percentage. I think he faced at least 30 or more pucks in that game too. So maybe even a Jackets first period, but it's tough for me to pick the side. It's the goals is where I feel best about this game.
Or a Jackets team total over. Who is this guy? Who is this guy, Bussy? I pitched a shutout against Calgary. Held Winnipeg down.
Let's bring up Bussy here. But when he does get his wins there, here we go.
He's an all right goalie.
Like, yeah, they're getting so he's gonna be at home here. Yeah, decent coming off those 2 games, but 2 against the Islanders as well. So he definitely is a better home goalie than he is on the road. But Calgary's and Columbus are 2 completely different teams. Winnipeg, they haven't been the same team there. 1 goal against with Winnipeg. Same with the Islanders, slow team. So I like to see how he does against Columbus. Then he did allow 3 against Nashville 3 days ago. So and we'll see how this guy doesn't usually start. Like this is, I don't know how he's going to do going forward here. You're going to have Anderson coming back, and then even the other guy, Kochetkov, he's out as well. So or at least he's not starting. I still think there's going to be goals here. Columbus are coming off a 2-0 loss too. It's not like this team can't score, Pete. Like Columbus can, they can really put up goals for the best of them. And missing Slavin too is going to hurt Carolina on the back end. I think that might be why we're, that's kind of why they've been a little up and down. They got to rely on someone else on that back end to lead the way. So short and sweet goals in this game.
I vaguely agree with that. I'll make first period over 1.5 minus 135 an official play. And I'm vaguely leaning towards, I don't know, like the Columbus team total over, doing the old over 6, buying down minus 134. Columbus team totals is 2.5 minus 116. I guess I am a little bit scared of this guy, Bussy. I mean, he can chuck a shutout. Both these goalies have the potential to be good, though.
They do. To be like Bussy, he was on the Boston Bruins farm team for a long time with Providence, and he was a decent goalie. Completely, like he's like a 6'5" bigger goalie. It's just we'll see. The spot here, I think we can see some goals. Interesting game.
All right. Well, Neil Madridoj likes Columbus plus 1.5. Okay. AM saying Blue Jackets plus 180 makes some sense. Yeah, it would be Columbus or nothing for me. No question about it. Okay. Yeah, man.
There's going to be goals, Pete. I think I do.
Wait, Columbus, I think, and Columbus like plus 1.5. It's this also has live betting written all over it as well. But all right, I'll just take the first period over. We'll see how it turns out. Next game on the card, Boston St. Louis. Boston is off of 2 excellent home wins, margin wins as a small home dog. So Boston, another nice little team there. People were thinking like Pittsburgh maybe that at this point in the season they'd be slumping, but they're scrappy, nice little team. St. Louis returns home. Also off of 2 nice road wins as small dogs. So both these teams have some life to them. St. Louis is a pretty big favorite on the opening line and a low total of about 5.5. And I was thinking, at the first lines I saw, 135, it'd be Boston or nothing. Maybe Boston first period, maybe Boston team total over. St. Louis has some injuries. I know that. And they're doing okay, changing around, shuffling their lines and everything, but they're still a little bit banged up. Boston getting a nice dog line here. So my leans would be Boston first period, maybe over, maybe Boston team total over. What do you think, Gogi?
Yeah, I'm just trying to see really Pasternak's going to be in. They're saying game time decision. I'm just seeing him kind of skate around here. I don't think he's going to go. He's missed the last 5 games. They're also missing Yoki Haro on the back end, Callahan, and then McAvoy. He's traveling with the team, so they're going to get Pasternak and McAvoy back sooner than later. I would lean towards St. Louis here, but Kyrou, big name player you're talking about, he's day-to-day. I don't have the update on him. Toro Pachenko, right winger, he's out too. Walker, those are some bigger name players that can put some offense up there for St. Louis. Where I'm going with this play, though, as long as I'm happy with Pasternak and these guys out, because I noticed Morgan Geekie, this guy's been taking over for this team. To get like 16 points or something, like he's been the standout player by far in this hockey for this team since he's been out. So I was going to take him over 2.5 plus 170, but I went safe and tied it in with a parlay. I went over 1.5 with Geekie, guys. It's, I think, minus 190. I got it tied in with one of the games coming up the last few. Expect Geekie. He's the right winger. He's playing with Stevens too, Alexander Stevens, who's more of an AHL guy, not shooting the puck as much right now. They also did play not too long ago. He did have three shots on goal, 3 points as well. That's Morgan Geekie when they lost 5-2 against the Blues last week. So with Pasta still being out, give me Geekie to kind of keep doing what he's doing. I don't even mind him getting a point, but I think the over 1.5 shots on goal is a good play.
Really, just 1.5? Man, great catch here. Yeah, Geekie is definitely rolling right. I'll definitely make Boston first period money line plus 115 at official play, and I'm thinking of adding on like Boston money line or maybe even the Boston plus 1. So if it goes to OT, I'm either going to get a win or a push. Let's see what people are up. Oh shit! Whoa! AM says Boston Bruins offense comes crashing down on the road here. Not sustainable.
Yeah, I lean to the under here, a lower scoring game, to be honest. Kind of agree there. Once they get, it's tough, man. It's tough. I haven't seen a lot of the Bruins games lately. I did watch the Blues. They look good, like I said, in that third period against Montreal. Even without Kyrou, it's going to be no play on the side. I can't gauge that, but I just rare player prop for myself here, Pete, with Geekie. I just thought there was a big discrepancy with him and the rest of the team in 1.5. So.
Ken Davies says Blues are low-key beat up right now. Yeah, that's true. He also says they suck balls. That's not. Come on, Kent Davies. That's not true. Come on.
They're they've been under. They're kind of like Nashville, kind of a little underperforming, but they got Dalibor Dvorsky. Go ahead.
Suck balls? No.
Stop. Dvorsky, second line centerman. You got Braden Shen, third line. Right now. I don't mind this team still. Like back in here, Broberg and Parenko, your top two defensemen. It's not bad. Cam Fowler's on your third with Mayo, who they got from Laval, Falk, old defenseman. This feels like a lower scoring game. Don't just the speed. I don't know what we're going to get out of both these teams, to be honest, but I know I'm getting two shots on goal from Morgan tonight. So.
All right. I'm just going to go with the Bruins first period. Might bet them live. It'll be annoying if St. Louis is up 1-0 and then Boston comes back and wins the game. But that's how this goes. All right, next game on the card, Dallas-Winnipeg. I don't know. This one has an obvious play, and it's probably too obvious, and I'm sure there's going to be a lot of sharp people in this show and off the show saying take the not obvious side. I'm guessing the line's going to move that way. What am I going to do? I don't know. But Dallas continues to roll, right? Now they're back on the road, 13-3 in their last 16. Early in the year, they were banged up. Now Dallas is rolling. And Winnipeg off a blowout loss at Edmonton, but they just don't have it right now. Any which way you look at it, in goal, offense, defense, it's just a team in disarray and not a huge road favorite line for Dallas. So, I didn't even look at the line move. First line I saw was Winnipeg plus 115. I'm going to look at Big Sharp Book right now, and I'm expecting to see Winnipeg plus 106. Let's see. No, right still. So, but it hasn't moved in Dallas's favor either much.
Exactly.
And the total is not much move on the total either. So, I mean, this guaranteed the public is going to be all over Dallas here, right?
Yes, exactly. I got a no play. This is one I'm 10-foot pole. I'm not coming close to this game, Pete. Comrie has been not Comrie. Ottinger's been unbelievable in his last few games. Best goal in the NHL. Same with really this Dallas team. Eric Comrie's a guy that just doesn't get this many starts in the NHL with Hellebuck being down. He's doing okay. Almost a 90% save percentage, 1-2-1 at home. The team's just not really playing too good in front of them, but they're healthy, really. They're just missing Hayden Fleury on the back end, obviously Hellebuck. But this team, I'm staying away from this one. It could really, this is a coin flip game if I've ever seen one, really. And then the total, Ottinger, I would expect him to get tested tonight with just how bad Winnipeg's been. The only teams they've beaten, though, Winnipeg, have been Buffalo, Nashville, and Columbus. All three of those teams are not the greatest teams. So you got a hot team in Dallas coming in. It will be a test. I would expect actually a lower scoring game here, but it's going to be a no play, Pete. I'd be surprised to see where this money moves by the end of this, right up to game time. That might be a bigger tell, but it's going to be a no play for me. I expect it to move towards Winnipeg, like you're saying.
Of course. It's going to be plus 109 because, some super sharp syndicate is like doing the opposite shit. I'm an inch away from taking Dallas -1. And if it loses, I'll lose the unit because Kripke says, Stars are running hot. Comrie is straight dookie. Is that true? Comrie is straight dookie.
Comrie's just, he's dookie.
He is?
Well, I wouldn't want to, game on the line. I'm not having Comrie in net. That's fucking for sure. And then you got Ottinger on the other side, who's been just unbelievable. So,
yeah.
But hockey's weird, man.
Lower scoring. Why do you think that?
Well, the Jets don't want to get in a higher scoring game. Really, like they can't. They're with Comrie and net here. Like they just can't. Dallas too, feeling good about themselves. Winnipeg team that's not playing well. They're going to maybe come here.
It's DeSmith, so that's why the line is low.
Oh, it's going to be DeSmith in that?
Yeah, right.
It gives him a little better chance, to be honest, in my opinion. With Ottinger playing as many games as he has of late, I don't have numbers on DeSmith, but I'm not touching this game, Pete. I don't want anything to do with it. Nothing.
I mean, Winnipeg is like, they have some – well, I know they beat Buffalo, I guess,
They beat some shitey teams. Like, they're
yeah.
It's just one of these games, like they're going to turn it around here, and it's going to make no sense against a team like Dallas. And the line isn't too crazy either. Like you'd almost expect this to be closer to maybe 150 almost, maybe for Dallas. But
All right, I'm gonna not overthink it. I'm gonna take Dallas -1 Minus 127 on the money line and plus 190 on the puck line, unless I can shop around. If it loses, okay, I'll eat the unit of loss. I won't be happy about it, but I'm doing it. I'm gonna do it.
I think I shouldn't say this, but I'm not betting it. But I would be on Winnipeg here, Pete.
Right.
I would. It doesn't make sense, but
because you think you're all slick.
And it's Canadian.
You think you're slick. You are a little slick. I actually no, those aren't the lines. It's actually moving in Dallas's favor now, so I'm gonna have to take 136 on the money line and plus 183 on the puck line. All right, I'll still take it. I'll still take it. All right, and then let me see. Irish King says Jets don't stand a chance.
Okay. Anyone?
Yeah, I would think, and the line is moving in Dallas's favor, and with the Smith, that explains some of it. All right, let's move on. Next game on the card is, here we go, Buffalo Edmonton. Last Tuesday we were talking about when is Edmonton going to start stringing together the wins, and some people were saying it happens tonight. It didn't happen that night, but the next game it did happen, and then the next game they won another one. So maybe they were just one day off, and now it has started. Buffalo's on a back-to-back, and they are definitely a beatable team. So no-brainer for me. If I lose it, I lose it. Edmonton -1, no-brainer. Line was minus 220 when I took it. Let's see where it is now. Oh shit, -2. It's gone down in favor of Buffalo.
Oh,
why?
All right.
Why would that be?
Yeah, I got some numbers that don't help Buffalo's case. They're 2-9-2 here, 32nd in the NHL. Goals for 31st in the NHL. Goals against 32nd. Save percentage the worst. Goal differential the worst. This team is just cheek. So for the line to be going the other way, I don't know what they're saying.
Well, maybe the line moved in Buffalo's favor just because AM bet it huge, and they have AM profiled as super sharp because AM says best bet on the card, Buffalo.
Whoa.
Wow.
Whoa.
Kent Davies liking Buffalo first period.
First period, maybe. I could possibly see the first period. I just think right now, Skinner, this is the old hot and cold Oilers. I think you got the hot Oilers right now. You're missing really no bigger. The bigger names are back on offense. Defensively, yeah, Wallman's out. Pretty much got the mainstay there. Skinner too. This is the big thing. 93.3 save percentage the last few games. 1.52. Buffalo will test them there. It's defensively and their goaltending where they're really struggling. What is it? 7-3, 7-4 loss to Calgary last night. Going up to Edmonton tonight. Going to be this is going to be a test, I think, for the Sabres. Going to be going with Ellis, kind of like Comrie. Maybe he's slightly better, not as dookie as Comrie, but Ellis is still in that category. And then Skinner's just playing unbelievable. So this is going to be the money line parlay with Kiki over 1.5 shots on goal. We're taking Edmonton Pistol on the money line, and that's going to be plus 125 with Geeky over 1.5 shots on goal. I'm not going to overthink this one. And also Zucker, this was the information I had with Zucker on the Sabres. He's also out after last game. So now they're playing without Zucker too on a back-to-back going up against Edmonton. I don't know how the hell they're going to do it. If they do, good on them. It's going to have to be like a 6-4 hockey game somehow and Sabres win. I think Edmonton win this one, no problem.
Yeah, and clarifying, best bet at cost. I mean, he's talking about biggest EV, not that it. He's saying that, he's saying that, I'm sure he's saying Edmonton probably should be a favorite, just not nearly as big of a favorite as they are right now, which means that they are likely to win, just not as likely to win as the market is giving them credit for. Wow, look at this. Look at this.
I agree with the line to be. I think this is a smash and grab.
Yeah. Holy jeez. Wow. I mean, the thing is that, I was talking about this with the Rangers as well. Like this, the way that AM is looking at things, very large sample size, which is why it's so successful. But Edmonton is a team that was supposed to be elite this year, and they borderline sucked for a long time. And now they're starting to maybe string some wins together. So sometimes those kinds of statistical analysis, go out the window when an elite team that has been way underachieving starts to put it together. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Exactly.
Like if Edmonton had been great all year long and they're minus 220, it's like, okay, this is not a good spot for them.
Yes.
but they know they had been shitty for a while. And 2 wins, now are they fat and happy now? Maybe.
They've done this and then lost the next game, 8-3, like against Dallas. So they put up 15 goals in the last 2 games, and you got Buffalo coming to town that are dead last in the NHL in goals for and goals against, save percentage, you name it. So I think Buffalo just want to get home, get the hell out of Dodge after this game. Well, they can't. They got to go to Vancouver and then Seattle. I don't know how they're going to do it. I think Edmonton, like you said, underperforming. Got Buffalo on a back-to-back. Second line with Zucker. He's going to be out now. This is a small team too. The matchup is kind of like both. Edmonton's going to be the more physical team. Buffalo's more of a speed team, puck possession team, I would say. They're kind of like Columbus in that sense, which I think will help them in the sense of it needs to be a high-scoring game. But I just think Edmonton's just playing too good of hockey, and then the goaltending situation is a big advantage for Edmonton right now. Even though it's
Colorado, who's it? Buffalo is Leon.
And no, I had Alice. Leon. It was Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen last night for Buffalo, and he got pulled. Then he came in for 4 Leon. So or Lion, everyone you say it. Mm-hmm. Either of the 2 goalies really, Pete. It don't matter against Edmonton. I think they're both going to get lit up.
All right. I do not like doing this, just for the record, but better line now. I'm going to take Edmonton -1. I'll lose, like a unit and a half. If it loses, it's going to be a money line -203. Puck line, what do we got here? Like +120 or so. Going against the best best value play on the board, according to AM. This is, but again, you got a team like Edmonton that has been way underachieving. Yeah. Man, this is very scary. It's very scary. On +121, I'll be able to get +121. I'll be able to. Very scary stuff here. Very scary stuff. Oh no, actually, wait. 198 and 124. Okay, all right. Line moving towards Buffalo as we speak. Kent Davies. I think Kent Davies is. If Buffalo has an edge, probably even bigger in the first period. I would guess. Have to think.
That's what I would agree. First period would be the Buffalo spot if you like.
Buffalo. All right. I'm going to take it. We will see how it shakes out. Shout out to AM. I love all of his insights into all these spots. All right, let's move on. Next game on the card is the last game on the card. Colorado, Nashville. Colorado, of course, rolling. They do tend to play closer games on the road and less dominant on the road, of course. 10-6 on the road, which is still great, but 4 of those wins were by 1 goal or in OT. So they don't quite dominate and blow people out on the road as they do at home. It's a huge road favorite line. Nashville actually coming around a little bit. They've won 4 of 6, and their last game was one of those losses, but it was maybe a forgivable road loss at Carolina as a huge dog, even though Carolina, hasn't been great these past bunch of weeks. They're still, in general, a formidable team. So Nashville, kind of scrappy. Colorado, awesome, but less awesome on the road, and you got a huge line here. And I'm just really not sure what to make of this. Colorado also getting back on Kukushkin, which helps them even more. So I don't know, maybe over. I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, this is a tough one for me too, Pete. I'm getting healthier, the Avalanche are, but defensively, the team total under for the opponent from Colorado has been hitting at a pretty good rate. They've allowed 6 to the Islanders, 3 to the Rangers, 3 to Buffalo since November 9th. So this team is not allowing their opponents to do a whole lot here. Team in Nashville, and really Jekyll and Hyde, really. Kind of like St. Louis. But the goaltending has been strong from Saros of late, which is a good sign going into a game against Colorado. Still, Colorado have only allowed 5 goals in the third period. I think that's dating back to the 1st of November. So I lean to the under in this game. I think we're going to see a lower scoring game. I actually fired on no goal in the first 9 minutes, 30 seconds, plus 125. Expected a lower scoring game in this one. And that's the last thing Nashville want to do is make this a fast-paced game against Colorado. Getting Chushkinen back will help, but again, first game back, we'll see what happens. Lower scoring game. Not going to play this based on the number. Money is, I think it's dropping 2 towards Nashville. So at the line, I guess they thought there was some value on Nashville, but no play. I think it'll be a lower scoring game here, Pete.
Yeah. I'm just going to pass on this one. All right. Let's review all of our official plays. Oh, let's quickly check in the comments section to see to see if anyone has anything on this one. It's a tough one. Kent Davies, I think Colorado wins. Yeah, just a little scary to take him on the road at that line. All right, I got a whole bunch of plays, a little bit iffy. Hopefully I'll come out positive on the day. Tampa Bay, Montreal, over 6, minus 133. I got Vegas, team total under 3.5, minus 164, and Vegas Isles under 6, minus 133. Columbus, Carolina, first period over 1.5, minus 135. Boston, first period plus 115. Dallas, minus 1, plus 120. And Edmonton, minus 1, minus 133. Each one of those plays has some very concerning things surrounding it. People are not liking it, but we'll see. We'll see how it turns out. Mr. Gokster, what do you review your official plays, please?
We got this, Pete. Lightning, Canadians, both teams to score in the first period, and both teams to score 3 goals there, guys. Anaheim doubling up first period and money line. Devils, Senators, again, both teams to score first period and 3 goals. No goal in the first 9 minutes, 30 seconds. Vegas Islanders. Blue Jackets, Hurricanes, we're looking the same thing. Goals, first period, and both teams to score 3. Bruins going player prop here today, guys. Morgan Geekie been on fire, over 1.5 shots on goal, tied in with Edmonton on the money line. And then the closer at the card, we're going Colorado, Nashville, no goal first 9 minutes, 30 seconds. Tweeting all those out, guys, at Gokster99 on Twitter or X.
All right, and where is it? Where is the guy? King Al 9392 says, Loshak, give us your best bet on the board. I mean, I'm looking at all my plays. And I guess I do think that, like, overall, I'll come out maybe up a half unit or 1 unit or so. But each individual play looks pretty bad to me.
No.
You know what I mean? Each one looks pretty scary, man.
I
don't know. That Kentucky game to go over. That seems maybe that's the best. I don't know. I like the USC. Okay, I'll give you the USC San Diego game because I like the under at 161.5, and it's moved all the way down to like 157.5. So I guess I still like it there. I'll give you that one. USC San Diego first half under 76 or 76.5, whatever you can get. But they're all a little bit iffy here. But there, I answered the question. All right, let me just quickly look at this Belgium Challenger Pro League. For 1 second. Let me just, all right, I can do one quick thing, and then we can wrap up this show. All right, Mr. Gokster.
Buddy.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next week, okay?
Thanks, buddy. Have a good show. Cheers.
All right, right on. All right, now we got Jose Bouquett coming in. We're going to quickly talk about the Army-Navy game, which I kind of didn't look at, Mr. Gokster. I mean, Mr. Jose Bouquett, Mr. Bouquett. I know it was assigned to me, but I just, I think I'm going to look at it. You got Navy, pretty big favorite there, right? Standard low total here, 38. This game used to be an auto play on the under. I think last year went over though. Is it still like a streak of unders that's just like unparalleled? What's your take on this?
I believe so, Pete. I'm not 100% sure on that. I can look it up for us.
Yeah, let me look at this. Yeah, last year it was no. Oh, wait, where is it? The hell happened last year?
I think I don't remember. I think last year went over. One of these last years, I think, went over.
Yeah.
But this is like the most bet under of like the year.
Yeah.
We all know that.
So what do you like here, if anything, Jose Bouquett?
Well, Pete, I want to hear you mean that's it? You just like Navy is a big favorite. You didn't look at
it.
No.
I'm just saying they are a big favorite. I wanted to look into this, but I kind of got sidetracked with some soccer stuff and just kind of didn't really look at it as deeply as I would have liked to. I'm trying to see what happened.
No worries there, Pete. I can tell you percentages.
Yep, last year went over. That's right. Navy rolled them.
I thought one of these years recently it went over, but I couldn't remember exactly. But we all know this is kind of like the most bet under of the year. Everyone loves betting the Service Academy under because of that streak. I'll tell you right now, bet percentages wise, there is a 74% bet, 74% of the bets, and 94% of the money is on the under in this game.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the line's going down. It makes people feel better about betting the under in this game, but it's worrisome if you think you want to jump on this under and everyone and their mom, 74% of the bets and whatever 90+% of the money is on the under. Right now it opened up at 38. It's at 38. Or excuse me, it opened up at 38.5. Now it's at 38. So, I mean, I'm kind of leaning over, Pete. Continue to watch this line. If this line doesn't go down to 37, I will probably end up looking at it over in this game.
Mm,
But it's always a fun game to watch here, Pete. And I wanted to hear your thoughts about it, obviously. But none
yeah.
for Pedro.
I mean, just looking at last year went over, but 2 years ago it went under again, and it's definitely not a lock, but I would have to say probably think about once again, don't overthink it. An under. I mean, 38 is a nice little healthy total for this matchup. I mean, some years this game would be like 33 and a half and stuff. It's definitely. I'm looking at the line movement here. Look, I'm seeing that what was it, like 39 and a half when it opened, right? Look at that.
Oh, really? You have 39 and a half. I'm seeing. I saw 38. So
Yeah, well, I'm seeing. I don't know. It depends what books you're looking at, but
of course, yeah.
38, 39, bouncing around. The point is that it definitely hasn't crashed.
No, I know. With all that money on the under, it's still early, obviously.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, with all that money on the under, you'd make you want to bet the over with that lack of a move. I haven't moved anything yet. Wanted to hear your thoughts on it to start the week. Get everyone thinking
Yeah.
about this game because only college football game this week.
No, I mean this is one of those. It's like hold on, let me just look at this. Yeah, it is like an obvious. I mean, not the entire public knows to bet the under, but a lot of them do. But I think this is one of those where it can sometimes be just a don't overthink it. I mean, but of course, being aware that it's not a lock, just maybe a nice little play. You know what I mean? And you are going to lose it 40% of the time or something like that. I would have to be leaning probably under again. I mean, I'd want to look into the X's and O's more. Is either of these teams a particularly fearsome rushing offensive team this year?
Yeah.
Yeah,
And Ken in the chat got 39 and a half, so shout out to him.
Very nice. Very nice. I'll tell you what I would do if it was possible, which it doesn't look like. I would consider buying up to like 21 at some god awful favorite line.
Yeah.
Just in
I
case
could
you
see
get
you betting like an Army team total under in this game.
Yeah. I don't know. It's as of right now, sitting right here, it would definitely be under or nothing. And as far as the spread is concerned, I have no opinions on it as of right now. What are people in the comments section saying? Let me see. Yeah, Kent Davies, very nice. AM likes Army money line. Wow. Wow.
Shout out to you, AM.
I mean, why not?
Balloon budget. I don't know if that's your name, my guy. He says first quarter under 7.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's not bad. I mean, yeah, I don't exactly see why Navy should be this big of a favorite. Or were they that? I mean, they both played Air Force. They both beat them by 3. Not that you're not. That's a fool's errand. But still, I mean, was Army terrible? And I haven't checked the injuries yet. But Army was all right. Were they like a terrible team this year? Navy was good, not ATS, but they were. Yeah, I'm not really seeing it.
Yeah, AM saying the ultimate records don't matter game, and you know what? You're right there.
Yeah.
So
I
don't want to be on the favorite here. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, if the records did matter, I would still be leaning Army. I mean, right?
Okay. Yeah, I guess so.
I mean, Navy that's nice. They beat South Florida outright and Memphis. Those are 2 very impressive wins. Before that, they were slumping. The Army, hung with Air Force, hung with Tulane a little bit. Kansas State, UAB. I'm just when I first saw the line, I was like, I don't remember Navy being like, that much better than Army. And now looking into it, I'm not really seeing it. What do you think, Jose Bouquett?
On the side?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd be on the underdog or nothing. So over. And if I think the Army's going to score, would lean the dog.
I'm going to have to look into this more because, I mean, Navy did close the year with 2 impressive wins. Something crazy happened in those games. And Memphis is a real team. So is South Florida. Yeah, I was gonna chuck on Army +7 -138. What do you think?
Beautiful. Well,
Maybe I will do that blind.
Let
me look at the comments. Is there any reason not to think Army is going to hang? Kent Davies.
By the way, Balloon saying under 7.5. 7-3 last 10 first quarter.
Yeah, I would definitely be leaning under or nothing. Let me see. Hold on. Let me just see. There was a there was a there was a move to Navy for sure. No question about it.
Okay.
All right. I'm sorry. I just didn't look into it too deep. So
no worries. I just wanted to hear your thoughts if you had any.
Free play, I'd throw it on under. Free play on the side. That's tough. Yeah, that move was real. That was a real move. It was a real fucking move. And Navy did close the year strong. Free play, I'd throw it on Army. If AM hadn't posted Army money line, I might not have done that. But free play, I'd throw it on Army. Free play on side or total, throw it on the under. And that would be that.
Well, Pete, I have to ask you this question, and I'm going to ask you this question a lot.
Yeah.
Pubapalooza.
Yeah.
March 25th to the 30th. You going to be there, Pete?
Should I tell you now? Yeah, I did. It's all bought. I bought the tickets.
Oh, yeah.
I bought I bought tickets. I bought my little pad. Sorry.
I'm excited. I'm excited to have you here, Pete. Just let me know when you get into the airport. I'll scoop you up.
Might have a reason to do some footage or something. I'll talk to you about it. Very soon.
Excuse me. Sorry, Pete.
All right. Jason Meyer. Whoa, look at that. Jason Meyer, MN8GP, Navy all day, sirs. Navy was a 6-point dog last year, won straight up in a blowout, says AM. And Kent Davey says same exact line move last year. Opened 4.5, went to 6. The underdog has won straight up 6 out of the last 10. Look at this fucking comment section here, Jose Bouquett. Damn. These guys can really fucking comment. Yeah, I might bet this. I might bet Army here.
Okay. I wish you luck.
Just tailing all these opinions.
I'm leaning that way as well, I'll keep you posted as well, throughout the week.
I'll probably do a little bit of research into why Navy had those 2 super impressive wins to close the regular season to see if anything. But yeah, I think it's,
let me know, Pete, as well if you end up moving on.
I certainly will. I think it's Army and the under. All right, guys. Once again, a great show. Hell of a lot of fun. Thanks to everyone, and we'll see you next Tuesday.